Hey bros, my name is just Spatual Bros. Today it's a reaction video, yeah. Because I decided there's the YouTuber, there's Yashin Elise, but there are two of us, so I add a bit of nuance. So who made a video to react to my video? That's it, I usually don't reply to guys. Yeah, but then you make a little post. Less than 500,000 subscribers, I don't respond. Sometimes I still make little TikToks, but I change my... Yeah, but this is on TikTok. That doesn't count. He says, hey, I'm going to respond here. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to react live because I haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen 2 minutes. I've seen it twice. So I already feel like insulting some people. There you go. So I read the comments and I felt even more like insulting some people. I'm not going to do it today because we have to stay professional. We're staying professional. I'm going to explain some points and explain why. We don't agree. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Big piece of crap. All right, let's get started with this video. Yeah. You didn't skip the intro, so it's going well, right? I leave the intro for you. Which content creators do you watch?
Since obviously it will be about Chef Otaku, who released a video extremely recently, on May 8, 2026 to be precise, where he explains the difficulties he's currently going through. Chef Otaku, in a video he released extremely recently, on May 8, 2026 to be precise, where he explains the difficulties he's currently going through.
Already know. Yes, it's not currently. It's not currently. It's a summary of the year 2025. There you go already. So it's not currently because even at one point you clearly say we're getting our heads above water. Well, yes, it's fine now. Things are going well now. There you go. 19 seconds in and already a mistake. Yes. Yeah, but it's not good. It's not good. There you go.
That's the problem with views, the algorithm, the pressure, mental fatigue, family issues, these responsibilities. And honestly, I think a lot of creators, including myself,
and creators we're talking about,
can truly relate and see things from his perspective. To clarify, this video isn't about drama, which I think you've already understood.
But it's better not to. It's true. It's better not to. No. You can't convince me. I have no limits. But you're never pleased, are you? No. They don't know what I'm capable of. That's it.
I find her video interesting because it shows a creator who, at a very particular moment, instead of lashing out or creating drama, does the opposite. I find her video interesting because it shows a creator at a very particular moment in his career. Not at all. Economic pressure and personal responsibilities. And honestly, when it comes to family, I totally sympathize. So, as you may have understood, Yashinigri is here to serve you. We're going to criticize Chef Otaku, not criticize Chef Otaku himself, but rather some of the biases present in his video. But once again, I'm doing this with a lot of kindness and humility because... well, honestly, I don't even have a quarter or a third of this guy's career. But I still want to say that I completely understand what he's talking about, especially when he talks about his family issues since he explains them. Okay, the video is going to work in a very simple way. First, I'm going to clearly summarize an argument that the guy makes. Then I'll try to explain why some points bother me or seem incomplete to me. I'm not just disagreeing, but I do think they sometimes lump different issues together as the court's fault. That's all.
I never said that, but damn. But I'm fed up. I didn't say that. You didn't look serious? No, I didn't have time to. Yeah, alright, okay. I didn't say that, but hey, that's pretty cool, but I'm fed up.
it's segmented into niches. We're going to target audience. There you go. And the algorithm, let's call it that, YouTube, will react according to the target audience of the video. My issue is that my channel's editorial line has been eclectic for years, mainly due to scholarly language. And what has performed the best over all these years has always been the Dragon Ball videos. Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, but mostly Dragon Ball. Now, for the past few years, if I release a video not about Dragon Ball, One Piece, or Naruto, YouTube doesn't even show it to people. The best example, let me click on that for you. At the start, when it begins, you click on that, and I'm one of the only idiots still talking about manga. I'm not even talking about anime, I'm talking about manga, so that's good. Also, since some low point in 2020, 2021, I don't know if it was in 2022 I did this, I made a video about thefts in progress. Who was talking about this manga in 2000? No one. Actually, what I do is completely stupid, honestly. So it's the fault of the thefts, it's the fault of the thefts. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit too old, you know? Randomly, I don't know, a manga that made me laugh, I don't know, a manga with Thomas Fairforce, which is really good. You can see the number of posters on YouTube. YouTube starts to bash me in the long run. Because YouTube identified that the content that appealed to my subscriber base, and also outside of it, was Dragon Ball or One Piece Naruto content, depending on my audience. My audience today mainly grew up with me, obviously. Most of my audience is between 25 and 35. It's not 18 to 25 anymore, it's 25 to 35. So I'm speaking to an audience, mainly, let's say, older by YouTube standards, who are working, who probably read fewer manga than before, who watch less anime, and who, thanks to all my super recap material, watch videos about things they know, things they're a bit nostalgic about. So, a Naruto or One Piece, maybe just try to be a bit more mature, that's all. We realized that at some point you must face the facts. Either keep being the moody poet making videos for yourself or put in the work. Well, that's careful. I know there's gossip on the internet. Yeah, he makes Dragon Ball videos because it's easy. No, come on, life review, okay? But real radiology videos, some real radiology videos. Yeah.
They actually put in 5-minute clips.
Or he puts in clips of varying lengths. Then he does the analysis afterwards.
There is known, I work too much on the videos with the same care, the same intensity. I want to tell you.
That's it. First, a few things. The chef generally explains something very specific in his video. That is to say, according to him, his channel, so Chef Otaku's channel, was always quite eclectic at the beginning. But it's mainly thanks to Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece that it really took off. As a result, today, the algorithm would have locked him in.
No, but here, these are cartoons here, things that... But yes.
He took some standards, some rules, and he took some things and he wanted to let me go.
Yes, but then viewers say they used to get 6 million views before.
Well, yes, well.
He says it's only 800.
1,000?
No, those are the exceptions.
That's exceptional.
Those cartoons are just 2 minutes long and aren't typical of what I do on my channel. They're exceptions.
It's very old and it's exceptional. Well, there you go. Even today's big hits wouldn't do that.
Well, no, it was exceptional in a video. In this case.
Well, YouTube would promote it much less because this channel has never been clearly niche, or that's not exactly what I said.
So that's not what you said. So it's because where he put the clip he put clearly, that's what you said. Yes, but that's not it. It's the clip. Yes, but if you watch all the videos, overall, that's not it. It's the opposite. He'll just repeat it, saying you're mixing things up, whether it's fans not watching or YouTube not promoting it. It's the audience who aren't interested in anything other than Dragon Ball or One Piece or Naruto. When you release something, that's how it is. And so, since the audience isn't interested right from the first few hours, it's especially in the first few hours, the algorithm it'll realize that it's not working. So as a result, it won't show it to people. The impressions will go down and so people won't see it, but it's backwards. It's taking it the wrong way. It's going to say first,
the algorithm is blocking the video because people aren't clicking on it.
People aren't clicking on it, so the algorithm is doing its job. Yeah, well, yeah, it's doing its job. It's not against you. It's not against anyone. It's just doing its job. The video isn't being clicked on, people aren't clicking on the video, so the algorithm isn't pushing the video.
There you go. So the conclusion you should draw from what I said is that it's not the algorithm that's not pushing my video. People just don't want to watch videos about unknown manga.
Exactly. That's it. There you go. That's it. He said it's the algorithm's fault. Actually, the clip he posted wasn't complete. The clip he posted was just the part where I said the algorithm was trapping me. Yes. But no, not at all. That's what I said. The algorithm traps you because people don't watch. Yes, there's always meaning. His first premise, you'll see later because he will.
Limit you to one universe or style from the beginning. And here, I'll be honest, this is probably the part of his reasoning that I agree with the least. Because he almost presents it as an algorithmic inevitability, like my channel blew up with certain mangas, so now YouTube refuses to promote anything else. But in reality, it's not that simple. Otherwise, half of YouTube would have died long ago. Many creators discuss various topics and do just fine, including myself.
Am I saying that I wasn't surviving?
When exactly?
Did I say I wasn't surviving? So
no, you didn't even say that. No, you didn't say that. No, but I'm telling you that's made up. That's made up. You talked about difficulties. You didn't talk about yes.
No, but well,
the part after is interesting. Well, the interesting thing in the it's a bad analysis.
All right, so
there's a lot to say.
Much more analytical. And some videos can go viral even if they're far outside my area. For example, one of my most viewed and, let's say, popular videos is my video about speedsters. Still, it's a pretty niche topic. Here, we're talking about American comics, which I rarely discuss on the channel, and even more so, I'm talking about a very specific type of power.
I'm not done, but we agree that he's using an exception just to say, well, no, the rule is wrong because it's an exception.
Especially since he's comparing, like I told you earlier, he's comparing two things that don't have much to do with each other. He's comparing your channel, Chef Otaku, which does one video a week, to mine, which doesn't even post every week. It hasn't even come out yet. That's about 3 videos a month on his channel, while he releases videos every day except Thursday and Saturday.
Sure, but the example doesn't fit since I've made a video on a niche manga that performed well.
Yeah, no, but that's already the example. No, but that's already one. But there you go. But yeah, because his overall example is that there are niche videos that work, and that's the same everywhere on YouTube. Well, yeah, that's the point of YouTube. There are videos like that pop up, no matter the topic. We're not saying the video isn't working just because it's not about Dragon Ball, One Piece, or Naruto. We're saying we can't take the risk that it won't work. That's it. That was the main idea, really. It's about not taking the risk that it won't work. It's not that it won't work. It's just that some haven't worked. Fire Force free run recently. Free run worked 2 years ago. Yes, it was interesting.
It was at the right time. That's it. Like season 1 had a lot more buzz than others.
It worked.
It's not a niche thing.
Exactly.
At that moment.
At that moment, it worked. But now it's currently, last year. We couldn't afford it anymore because there were several flops with niche videos, niche ones making niche videos again. It's not that it doesn't work at all. Yes, it can work, those niche things. And actually it's true that, well, he doesn't have any. He has none. He lacks editorial output.
The editorial, 120 videos per month at least.
Yes, that's it.
Bamboo. So obviously he can afford to flop, like Spatule Bros. Like that, you brush him. That's how it is.
You bomb. There are flops. Sometimes we flop. We make videos with less than 10,000 views, it happens, or 10,000 views. But it's true. It's rare.
But it happens.
But we do it anyway. And sometimes we put things out, on the podcasts. Sometimes we put things out. We know it's not going to do them any good.
Yeah, we don't give a damn, but we don't, thank you. It's just a podcast.
Because it's a podcast. We spent 2 hours just on the overall stats for the videos, some important videos. One Piece style review. Review. Well, some things, like The Boys. That worked well. That works. So that's what's important. It's not a big deal if there are so many videos in a month that it's okay if 1 or 2 or 3 flop. Whereas Chef Otaku,
if we only make 4 videos, we can't afford to have 3 of them flop.
That's right, you can't. So we take fewer risks and do less niche stuff. But that doesn't mean niche can't work. It can work like any YouTube video, just with lower odds. Chances. Statistically, the odds are lower. We saw the stats earlier. You can clearly see when we release a Dragon Ball video, it doesn't perform the same way as a free reign video or something niche or different. You see, so that's not a good example, especially with the flood of videos coming out. Of course, there's going to be one niche video that works. It's bound to happen. Yes, it's bound to happen. Especially if there's a good thumbnail, that's it.
And especially with very unique characters, I mean speedsters, superheroes who go really fast. That's it, in a very specific genre. You could say that in terms of niche, it doesn't get more niche than that. And by the way, it's one of the only times on this channel where I'll talk about this particular subject. But since this topic was interesting, well, YouTube promoted it. As I'm speaking now, it's one of my most viewed videos.
So it confirms the rule? So it confirms the rule. It confirms the rule.
Yes.
He confirms the rule. It's one of his most viewed videos. 1. There you go. It's niche. It worked. That's very good. It worked. But still, it's the exception that proves the rule.
I currently have a video about Ashton Kutcher with 700,000 views.
There you go.
Which is 10 years old, or who knows it. Well, I'm going to tell her because she had claimed copyright. Yeah, but it can happen.
It can happen.
But you can't make your whole channel, especially when you don't release a lot of videos, hoping that maybe this one will...
That will blow up. It's kind of like playing a game of chance. It's stupid. It's kind of like playing roulette, Yeah, it's stupid. I'm playing roulette, hoping it'll pay off.
And I don't put out 5 videos a week on Chef Otaku.
There you go. That's it. It's stupid.
I'm not claiming my example solves everything, especially since it's about speedsters.
You need to learn about the exception that proves the rule, because those weak examples annoy me. Also, people comparing me to JDG aren't making a fair comparison.
It's not comparable.
It's not the same. Ego, for example, posts a video every 6 months and gets 3 million views. It's the exception that proves the rule. Damn it, it's like if you're bad at soccer, well, just play like Zizou or Messi. He manages to play...
It's true. No, there you go. It's true that there are exceptions.
It can happen, but it's not a rule. And if it wasn't a rule, he wouldn't be putting out 20 videos a week. All right, then.
But anyway, it's still a very clickable topic no matter what.
There's 8 Rain. Of course, he released that while there was a season of The Boys going on. Otherwise, for you to have helped me and not us, what I mean is...
It's not that the topic is that niche. It's mostly that it's niche compared to what I usually talk about on my channel.
Because I talk about nothing, your channel. Your channel talks about everything, anything. There's a bit of everything. You have a video about Tinder. You have a video about superheroes. You have a video about a manga. You have a video about a movie. There you go. You want advice because it's analysis, Yeah. No, but I can give advice too. Yeah, right. Your channel will never really take off more than this because actually you have too many different niches on your channel.
Yeah, it gets scattered.
That's the issue I had with Chef Otaku.
And that's the thing that's kind of with, maybe it's not big, maybe. It's what stagnates because, well, it stagnates, it doesn't gain any volume. There are things that are a bit, but then because it's very, it talks about a bit of everything and that's it. But it's not a big deal. We
put out 30 or 40 videos a month, so we don't care. That's right, because Chef Otaku isn't a feed style channel like this one.
We know we won't reach 2 million subscribers.
It's a channel, well, Chef Otaku, it's a library style channel.
With you, that's how it is. People rewatch videos, you can tell.
That's a high output channel, clearly that's what he has. And like this Spatubro, by the way.
That's usually the case.
You need to check it out, even though it's not recent news.
Yes, right, she has a promise that's clear enough for the public. One day I can make a video about samurai pants, another day I can talk about 50 Shades of Grey, and yet another day I can talk, about...
I don't want to be petty. Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
I shouldn't be petty. Sorry. 7, 14, 20,000 views. What are we talking about?
Actually, yes, but that's what he's going to say next, right?
It's not, it's an example. It's the example.
He's talking about himself.
Okay, we'll see, we'll see. There you go.
Simply put, these aren't random examples. This is exactly what happened when I recorded this video. Videos succeed due to more than just the channel's overall niche. They perform thanks to the topics, the packaging, the titles, the thumbnail, the angle, the emotional promise, in big quotation marks. And basically, it's about whether people want to click on it or not. I think the chef gets a huge yes.
Well, that's what we're saying. That's what it is. It's about whether people have...
That's not what I said. You don't want to click on it.
That's it. He'll say it later, which is why you're confused. You say it's the people who don't click, but he just didn't get the logic I mentioned. It's the people who don't click on it, so the algorithm doesn't push the video because people don't click on it. Yes, that's it. There's no... Actually, it's simple. When you talk, at one point you talked about impressions, and he must have said it too, that you talked about impressions. When you talk about impressions, the impressions are lower on videos that aren't Dragon Ball or whatever because the algorithm doesn't push them, but actually it's because people don't click on them. There's an impression test at the beginning. Is the test conclusive? Yes or no? If it's conclusive, we give it more impressions. If it's not conclusive, we give it fewer impressions. Well, with Dragon Ball, there are more, the tests are generally more successful, so there are more impressions, but it's all about the numbers, you know, yes. There's not even, actually here, he was analyzing something. He's saying things, that's good. But what he said, and the analysis we did with the numbers we have, those are real numbers. We're not just saying things randomly, you know? I mean, you're not just saying yes.
That's it. It's not just a feeling.
It's not a feeling, it's numbers.
It's a data angle, you know? That's it. We dug into the mess.
Just numbers.
He sometimes counts highly polished videos with desirable videos and videos. No.
Not at all. I never do.
Especially about the conductor.
Especially me. I've always said that, right? I mean, nobody gives a damn that you spent 3 months on your video. If people don't want to click, they won't click. I've never defended like, wait, this video is well made, you have to watch it. I've never defended that.
That's not even what you're saying. That's not what you're saying. It's not about working hard. It's that you can't afford to lose 3 weeks of work on a video that didn't work out. That's it. There you go. So it's better to spend those 3 weeks because the quality, well, the amount of work on a video on Chef de Curie is generally consistent. It's pretty much always the same. Yeah, pretty much. It takes about the same amount of time to make. Well, that time it's better to spend it on videos that we know have a better chance of performing, a better chance. We can definitely flop with a Dragon Ball video, just like any other video where we still have a higher statistical chance of failing, so maybe we'll focus more on Dragon Ball. Just because we work hard doesn't guarantee success. You've never claimed that.
And when we talk about work, it's just about time. There's no budget, it's not expensive to make, it's just time.
It's time.
No, I'm actually saying...
To people, yes, to click on it, you know, and it's not the same thing at all. You can spend 3 weeks cooking a gourmet dish with, I don't know, thyme sauce, thyme and moon iron. If the customer just wanted a 3-meat taco at 2 a.m., he'll look at your plate like a pigeon eyeing a health insurance card. That means shapes won't necessarily create desire automatically, and especially YouTube.
Who said that?
That's an empty argument.
I never said that.
No, you never said that. I didn't say that either. That argument is completely off. Maybe he watched the video wrong. Sorry, but I watched your video too.
I'm making my own video because I think I speak well.
I watched it and thought, okay, it's not great.
I never said that. I said I'm the idiot busting my ass making well-crafted videos on topics nobody wants to see. Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, but it's a fact. Well, yeah, actually, it's not. It's not that you don't watch my videos, even though I worked hard on them. I really worked hard on them. I never said that. That's what I said. That's also why you don't make many niche videos now, because actually we have to dedicate our working time, our whole work tool, because it's a work tool. It's not just, that's it. To videos that have a better chance of working. I know I'm repeating myself, but actually these arguments are so...
Since they're just starting out, we haven't really mentioned something, so they head off in a certain direction.
Which is actually wrong.
That's what he says around the myth of, yeah, the algorithm directly bans my video.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. That doesn't work.
Listen, that argument doesn't hold up anymore. It's a complicated position to defend because the problem is often somewhere else. Low CTR, less attractive topic.
CTR, that's it. What is CTR? It's the click-through rate.
Yeah.
What were we talking about earlier? But you know, the problem isn't the algorithm, it's the low CTR.
So it's the algorithm that's causing the low click rate?
If the CTR is low.
Well, so the algorithm can...
That's not going to help you. The algorithm comes after. The algorithm is a consequence.
The algorithm will initially push the video as usual. That gives it S first round of exposure. at the first stage, but just like on TikTok, you know.
He says no, it's not the algorithm, it's CTR, a less interesting topic. What have I been saying since the start of the video? So
The topic is less attractive. But yes.
But what is he saying then? Am I the crazy one? It's true. Hello.
No, but it's true. It's true. The line he just drew.
What did I say? You don't click on it, you like the topic less. So it gets fewer views. He tells me, no, that's not it. It's because people click less and the topic is less attractive. And so it gets fewer views. It's a joke. When you're at the bottom, it's about being marketable, the thumbnail is too cold, or simply saturation.
Currently, not marketable enough, the thumbnail is too cold, or simply saturation.
What do you mean the angle isn't marketable enough? Actually, the person will click because the angle isn't marketable enough. So the person doesn't click. That's it. But you can use whatever angle you want.
If I tell you about a manga from the 1940s and I want to say you have to open your asshole at the 3rd minute, I don't think people will click.
You see? No.
They're not chill, so they don't know.
No. Yes, but that's it.
It's the YouTube advice, and when you do fish, you actually look dumb. You see what I mean? Yeah. You talked about the guy who had a cannon noise in his anus and he tells the story. In that case, yeah, it works. But when you want to talk about a manga, about a particular work, it's much more complicated, or you say more technical things.
And there's also something else. It's that if people, either they haven't finished the work, he does that, he's actually going to show up.
He's going to get spoiled, so it's not...
Me, The Boys, I didn't watch your reviews at all because I haven't finished The Boys and I don't want to get spoiled. Maurice, well, there are a lot of people like that. They're the same. They don't want to get spoiled. So actually, you have... it's good, we're on video. No, but of course you're doing an analysis. Yes, you don't want to at all, and you don't want to get spoiled, which makes sense since you haven't finished the work. Whereas Dragon Ball, theoretically, everyone has finished it.
Yes, but everything he's saying there, yeah, that's what the algorithm is based on. Yes. There you go. Yes, it's a result, it's a consequence of that. That doesn't mean it was the reason for it.
That's it. The algorithm mainly relies on user behavior.
That's it.
Because he's the client, that's it. And he's the one who will make the ads, who will make YouTube earn money. That's it. So it's certain that the YouTube algorithm won't focus on the video's thumbnail because it won't look at it itself. It won't focus on the video's topic. It could be the best topic in the world. On the other hand, it will focus on the audience's behavior. And if the audience's behavior, well, it's not good. It's public community to the masterpiece.
Yeah, bubble.
If the audience's behavior isn't good in relation to the video that's being shown, well, the algorithm won't promote it. I mean, that seems logical to me, but I feel like that's what he's saying anyway.
He says that again, but I still didn't understand.
We always said it too.
No, but I have 50 years of experience in YouTube. I don't know how YouTube works. That was really based on nostalgia. I know mainstream, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece. These are huge franchises.
I think we can say that, and I mean, it's not just manga, it's like nuclear suitcases. You put in a Goku, a blue, and 3 clicks, you make a thumbnail, and that's it. Half the 30-somethings in the country click on it faster than a dad on a raclette sale. Firefall doesn't have the same emotional weight. They're making fun of me. You're right, he'll say it. Yeah, but go ahead. Yes, these videos will naturally get fewer views, but it's not because YouTube is banning my others.
He's making fun of me.
You'll see, he's gonna say, yeah.
Of course.
These videos will get fewer views naturally, but it's not because YouTube is banning them.
Others, I didn't say that. But fucking hell.
It gets some buzz, it gets clicks. Yeah,
I didn't say that.
No, you never said that. What's crazy is I have this thing too. I was thinking he couldn't have watched the whole video, but I don't think so.
Huh? No, go ahead.
The current one prefers a certain theme. In fact, he says it multiple times.
But then, why are you bringing it up again?
Then just say that you're not interested. See? Several times, but the problem is that he's sitting on the fence. At one point he tells you that it's the algorithm that's not pushing him enough, and that actually it's a 20-second video.
That's it. His argument is really weak, you see.
And, well, on that point I think he's wrong, but right after, he'll tell you, yeah, but, well, you're not interested. And on that I think he's right, but you can't have it both ways, and...
Drive. But that's what he missed. He didn't make the connection.
I didn't understand what he said.
There. Basically, he said, sometimes you say it's the algorithm that's blocking you, that's not pushing you.
Yeah, no.
But, okay. Sometimes you say that, and sometimes you say it's the viewers who aren't interested. And he says you can't drink and, there you go, drive at the same time. You can't think it's the algorithm and think it's the users at the same time, whereas...
Actually, the algorithm is a consequence of what users do.
If the users don't watch, then the algorithm doesn't push it. It's not, the algorithm, maybe he just doesn't know how an algorithm works. Yes, because the algorithm is based on something. It's not just... YouTube's algorithm exists. It's not just there to recognize if you copied the video and the interest, well, the author's name. It's that there are stats. I'm repeating myself again, I'm sorry, but the users don't watch. The algorithm understands that the user isn't watching this video, and it's not going to push it. Well, yes, that's all. Because it's not going to get enough views, it's not going to get enough...
I still don't understand when I got that contract. I see the two are connected. It's a consequence.
of one. Either it wasn't clear what you said in something, or, well, for me it was clear. But then again, that's because I'm involved too, you know. Yes. And we talk about it often, about these stats. And so when he says you can't drink and drive at the same time, that's what he's saying.
He's going for a punchline, but it's lame.
Whereas, well, yes, because one is the cause of the other. So yes, he's taking it the wrong way. He first talked about the algorithm, and then he talks about the viewers. So when you think like that, you say to yourself, yeah, the recommendation algorithm recommends anything. But when you put things in order, viewer who doesn't watch, algorithm that doesn't recommend, yes, that's all. There's a logic to it.
I mentioned it multiple times in the hour-long video.
And by the way, well, actually,
You don't have the right.
Sorry.
you say it, but you don't say it. You don't explain it.
All right.
Actually, you say it, the algorithm doesn't push me. On one hand, and you say it, you don't watch. On the other hand, if you're not, you know, if you're not really into YouTube stuff, algorithms and all that, you tell yourself, well, okay, actually the algorithm there, the mean algorithm, it doesn't push you. And the mean audience who doesn't watch you. You never explained that there was a connection between the two.
If you want to review, go ahead, though it seems you already did.
So, no, but the way we're doing it now. Yes, okay, the two are connected. The two are connected. It's purely connected. That's all. That's DAR.
I agree. It's either one or the other.
No. Okay, go ahead.
His video, unfortunately. Interestingly, right after, he points out a contradiction by saying that SpatuleBro, his secondary channel, is actually doing very well. Whereas SpatuleBros, well, yes, it seems to me that this channel talks about and tackles a lot of different topics. That's not good at all.
Compared to Conductors.
But it's a joy.
But how much time passed between the two clips? Well,
There was a bit of time.
like, I even remember my videos, that thing, I probably said it 20 minutes after the first thing, and well...
The stats aren't the same, obviously. But that's not a problem, because what we do in stats, we say in volume. That is, on SpatuleBro, on average, we made 2 videos per month. Normally, we didn't release 1 video per month, and sometimes we would release a video, and actually we release more than 1 video per month on SpatuleBro, because it's a channel that reacts to current events, and there's also the podcast format, which is really, really cool. We can sit together, talk for 2 hours, and turn each topic into a video or podcast. Plus, we can put it out as a podcast and even use Spotify. I love making podcasts and videos on Patreon since there's no pressure. I'm on SpatuleBro. If the content doesn't work, it's not a big deal. Tomorrow there are others coming out. It took me 3 hours, not 3 weeks.
So the problem isn't just that variety is impossible. Otherwise, the secondary channel wouldn't work either. The real issue, in my opinion, is more about the format and positioning. Because SpatuleBro works, it's fast-paced, reactive content, low cost, and we'll discuss that more later, and there are fewer injuries.
Actually, it isn't low cost.
Cost. It's the same cost. It's the same cost. It's the same company, so it's the same cost. It's the same cost for...
The PayPal videos.
We can explain that later, you know. I think we'll explain it in another show too, but after that we're really going to talk about the structure.
It seems to me that he posts once or twice a day. That's still a lot. I'm really eager to know, since I also post quite a few times a week. And that's it. But the thing is, when we talk about the Chef Daku channel, I feel like he's trying to release a 47-minute artist-style documentary on a subject that honestly might not have massive view potential. And that creates a huge gap between...
The investment, before I forget my point. He's confusing two things. Go ahead. Because what he's saying, in fact, what he's saying is that Chef Otaku's channel isn't very diverse, because on YouTube, that's what he thinks you think, right? Go ahead. That you shouldn't be diverse on the internet, on your YouTube channel, because otherwise you'll lose your audience. And to get the most views, well, you have to stick to one theme. For example, One Piece, Naruto. And that you're contradicting yourself, because on SpatuleBro we do the opposite. We have lots of different themes, except what he hasn't understood is the business model of the channels. There are 2 different business models.
Let me interrupt you for a second, because I'm actually explaining that it's not good at all. We go for volume because we don't care about the stats on Spotify.
Exactly, but why the business model? He probably didn't get that. There you go. So that's the boss at Otaku. We need to get a certain number of views first, so we can keep getting views in the future. And second, so we can properly sell the channel to partners. Because obviously, if there are 1 million subscribers, we get more views. So it's easier to sell that channel to sponsors. Whereas with Chef Otaku, the Spatule Bros, we can make a lot of different kinds of videos, but overall we'll get fewer views anyway. But it's not going to be sold the same way, because with Chef Otaku we're selling a single video, whereas with Spatule Bros we're selling more like packages with a certain number of videos, specialized videos, for example, on One Piece reviews, on things where we know they're going to perform, that kind of thing. And we also sell them for less, so it's not as big of a deal. So there's a business model behind it. The Chef Otaku channel doesn't need to resemble Spatule Bros. What's going on here is kind of hard to describe.
But actually, that's the argument for saying that Spatuli Bros on Spotify, you talk about a lot of topics, and it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it works. It works at that scale. At that scale, on the scale of Chef Otaku, it wouldn't work. There you go.
And if we did the stats for Spatule Bros on Chef Otaku, it would be the same. I mean, we'd be saying there's a problem because the stats for the chef from Spatule Bros work on the scale of Spatule Bros, not for the number of subscribers, not for all that. Which works well, but we don't go over 100,000 views on Spotify.
It happens.
It happens.
But on very specific things. Very specific. But that's it. If I do, how should I put it? Besides, the editorial line is not at all the same. The editorial lines of the two channels.
It's not the same way of working either.
But it's not the same content strategy. It's not the same. Here, we make reaction videos to current events. So it would be silly to spend 3 weeks on a reaction video to current events since it's about what's happening now. Yes, it's current events. Whereas a well-crafted, edited, written video, you know, that takes more time. That's why originally I separated the two types of content on the two channels, by the way. Yeah. Since current events were overshadowing long-form content, so we shouldn't mix them up.
So actually, the contradiction here is based on that. Well, actually, it's like if you said, I don't know, how can I explain? It's like everything you had to say at some point had to be repeated. The same everywhere. So basically, no variety on a YouTube channel. No one should do variety, even though everyone does variety for things that are strictly variety. But if, for example, tomorrow DB Time spent 50% of their time talking about One Piece, people wouldn't understand. Well, no, because it's a DB channel. Same thing with my brain. He talks about One Piece, but if tomorrow he starts talking about something else, well, people wouldn't like it. And actually, it shows sometimes when he talks about something else, yeah, I watch it less. Chef Otaku covers more general topics, but is still manga related. Even if he stopped discussing manga, viewers would likely keep watching. Well, he specializes in certain manga, but that's Chef Otaku. That's not Spatule Bro. It's always been full of different things, and not all the viewers we have on Spatule Bro necessarily watch every video. That's it, and there's no such thing as that.
What if it works? Again, Spatule Bros stats are based on their own scale. If I did the stats for Spatule Bros on Chef Otaku, it would be Chef Otaku. The channel would be dead. It's over. It's finished. On the other hand, if the state of Chef Otaku was on Spatule Bros, yeah, man, I'd be as loaded as Squeezy, you know?
Yeah. If you got 100,000 views every time, yeah.
100,000 to 150,000 views per video with 30 videos a week. That's about 10 million views a month, right? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You see? So he's making his point. So
it works, but not really, you know.
Sorry, excuse me. Anyway, given that this whole niche thing,
yeah, well,
it works the same way actually on this little desk. I'm always going to get more views on a One Piece video. Yes?
Obviously.
Than on, hey, there's a new update about the oldest Star Wars series.
That's right. You get more views on the reviews. That's how it usually goes. And so when we do podcasts, we usually get between 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 views, sometimes even more. But sometimes we can get even higher numbers depending on the topics. If it's really popular topics or something like that, you can get a lot of views.
Right? Even my old seasonal anime reviews, back when I had time to watch everything, sometimes got 5,000 views.
Some of them didn't work. Yeah.
I didn't mind since I'd posted 3 reviews that day, so one was sure to get lots of views. It worked. Except that Chef Otaku can't just rely on quantity, exactly, because it's not the same channel. That's why it's different, actually.
And so now what he's going to say we can watch, but what he's going to say is that you do both the
feedback
that he receives. Now let's start the second part.
A few moments and basically, and we're going to finish this little chapter now. He turns the otaku leader sometimes into a problem of positioning and execution. YouTube is cruel to independent artists.
That's not what I said. I've never said those words in my life.
No, quite the opposite, actually.
I always say the opposite. If your video fails, it's your fault. Yet I spend the whole hour-long video blaming myself for not sharing it, for making content people don't want. That's all I say. Go watch it. If you saw Ejin Elise's video, but not mine, check out the 2030 video. You'll see he's talking a bit of shit, though we still love him.
They don't care. Your cursed creator's soul.
By the way, we'll talk about it, but yes.
Yes, Set Out doesn't have any shelter soul at all.
I said exactly the opposite. It's crazy.
His thing about, I'm going to stop being the polite poet. We'll talk about it later.
Same issue. The analyst lacks abstraction skills. When I say poet maudit, I don't mean I am one. It's just an exaggerated expression.
There it is, we've got it.
It's a joke. That's it. I don't consider myself an artist.
I often say it among us, we keep saying it. Let's stop pretending to be artists.
Are going to make a ranking of the best venues. No artistic soul, that's it. We're not artists on YouTube. It's like a nightclub vibe.
They just look at who comes in, who stays, and who leaves after 40 seconds. It's cold, it's brutal, it's not poetic. That's just how it is. It's not just now.
And he thinks I didn't understand this and that.
He's actually there, you see. He's saying something crazy. He's saying what he contradicted earlier. He's saying it's YouTube. He sorts at the entrance. That's it. No, it's based on some data.
That's it.
He doesn't do it himself. He relies on data. That's it, but no.
No, it's actually a subtle analysis with strong arguments. He makes effective moves. so we couldn't keep bidding every time.
Well, sure, the sentence is there. The sentence is there. You had to do things that work. There you go. Yes. So actually, all of that.
There was a context before why.
I have, yeah, but just that sentence alone, well, it marks everything else. Everything he said before, and you have to. It's because everything we say, we don't say, it's going to flop. It's just that we have to do better. Things that work. That's all.
To make sure we get at least a minimum number of views, to make sure, well, first, so that we're happy. Release our videos that are watched, because that...
It's nice, obviously when you have 40,000 views, you have to be happy to see your video. It's satisfying to keep our partners happy.
There you go. That's what we say to the sponsors. Yes, that's it. Well, yeah.
Quite simply, to regularly ensure the sustainability of the business, I have employees who are loyal to me, also working in this business to support their own families.
The chef explains that nowadays he can't afford to make videos that flop. All right, because he has built a real structure around his business. Premises, employees, equipment, fixed costs, a company to run, permanent contracts, and here's a famous inside joke, an ERP every month. Plus, some of his videos could take up to 3 weeks to write and produce.
The videos are made in France. I spent 3 weeks on them. That means I had to read everything, all the volumes. I had to write the list.
It's because of the way he says it. I watched the video yesterday where he says, yeah, it takes 3 weeks of work. During those 3 weeks, you're not just doing that bellow. Yes, 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 no, but no, yes. It took that long between the start of the video, the making of the video, and when the video was posted. There were 3 weeks, but that doesn't mean it takes 3 weeks. The team here, they do other things in the meantime. They're not just doing that. Yes. So actually, it's the sentence where he messed with people's heads. It's saying, yeah, it took 3 weeks. Careful, we do other things during that time. We weren't working on it for 3 or 4 weeks straight. No, it's not just that. Well, that's it. There's other work. There's other work to do. During those 3 weeks, there you go. Yes, yes, no.
But we had to look into the license and everything. We had to handle the editing, editing once or twice, maybe even 3 times. So all of that is 30,000 worth of work. It's a lot of work. It's no small thing. And even with a team today, the biggest part, even though I have a team now, the biggest part of the work is still writing and reading the manga that I talk about. That takes a lot of time. So that's it. We're limited in that regard. You watch an anime or chef video to see the chef's life.
So basically, to put it simply, my point is that before I could take artistic risks...
It wasn't even an argument, it was a fact. It's a fact. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Every video pretty much has to be profitable because, well, there's a whole machine behind it. And honestly, about the mental pressure that comes with it, well, I totally understand it. Because when you have employees, a family, responsibilities, of course, you don't look at a YouTube flop the same way. It's not the same as a 21-year-old student living in a poorly lit office with 2 instant noodles on the couch and a poster of Le Fils Troué right behind. And there's no debate about that. However, I want to add nuance because he portrays this as an inevitable outcome of being a content creator. While part of it...
You can't say that, no, but right now he's telling you you actually are. Either he must know it, but he still says it anyway. Well, we're a business, yeah. It doesn't matter if you have employees or not. Yeah, you're a business, yeah. From the moment you earn too much to still be a self-employed entrepreneur, you're a business. So from the moment you're a business... Yes, the videos have to be profitable. You don't work at a loss. Yeah. Any business would tell a production company that if their thing isn't working, you'll see if they're going to keep something that doesn't work. It's a business. It has to be profitable. It's not just about thinking of money to say that. It's a fact. Yeah. That problem, well, it comes from the structural choices he himself made over the years. It's not inevitable, actually, because most of the things he's talking about are mainly the result of his business model.
And that, I think, because making a pop culture review channel doesn't necessarily or automatically require offices or a heavy structure.
But he's dumb. Yes, we'll get there.
It's huge weeks of production with 6 or 7 people and crazy logistics. There are tons of Netflix cheeses about the multiverse. So be careful. You never have. So that's why I told you. I've always told you. There,
he's gone. He's on Pluto. That's why yeah, okay. That's it. That's why I told you that once. Yeah. Everyone thinks you're a millionaire and loaded. I'm sure most people who watch think he's loaded, a millionaire, that we have a huge crazy setup. No, with crazy costs. There are 3 employees plus you, loaded, millionaire, that we have a huge crazy setup with crazy costs. There are 3 employees plus you. So that makes 4. You're not an employee. You're the president and CEO. Oh. CEO. So that makes 4. So you're not, yeah, CEO, president, CEO, yeah. We can talk about the cost we have, Well, I can tell you that we have 8,000 bucks for the dog, 10,000 euros. Dimitri, that's my opinion. There's 8,000 euros in payroll. That's our main expense. The rest is just a small, inexpensive rent since we're in this area. And the rest are small costs like Adobe and all that stuff. So we're generally at about 10,000 euros in costs. It's not a lot for a hotel, or for a hotel. I mean, I used to be a hotelier before. For a YouTube channel, it's not a lot. 10,000 euros isn't a lot. There are YouTube channels where their premises must be huge. It's 4,000 to 5,000 euros. Yeah. 3 times less than Gigi. It must be 100 times less than Squeezy. There you go. It's not very expensive for the production we have. We have a normal production, knowing that YouTube isn't our only activity. Exactly, that's what it comes down to. So we're not so sure about it. Even for me, production isn't my only activity, and it's not your only one either. So you shouldn't think that just because he has 1 million subscribers, 200,000 on Spatu Bro, that everything is immediately fine. We're the most secure company with just 1 employee focused on artistic projects. Actually, there are only 3 of us. Our expenses aren't high. For example, when I worked in hotels, electricity alone cost 4,000 euros a month. Yeah, you see, food was 6,000 euros just for breakfasts. So you see, compared to that, we're really small. We're, well, 10,000 euros in expenses. It's not, it's a lot because payroll represents a huge part of the social scale. Thank you, France. Of the total, well, of fixed costs.
Looking up to the sky, thank you, France, for the burden.
Well, but we're not losing money. I mean,
he especially thinks the Chef Otaku videos are major productions.
It's not embarrassing.
I told him that it took time.
It takes time. It takes time.
I don't write my videos with ChatGPT.
I'm not screwing anyone. But since it takes time, I have to read them, the mangas, that's true. I have to watch the anime, and since it takes time, well, obviously for 3 weeks, you keep paying people because they're under contract, so you pay them. That's how it is. The videos need to be profitable to make sure I can pay people, to make sure the videos will get enough good visibility, to be able to appeal to sponsors, and to be able to monetize our videos in ways other than just YouTube. That's it. There are product placements, because that's also not enough of a component of the revenue. But also behind the scenes, we have the publishing activity. That's it. For me, 80% of my job is publishing. Yes, that's it. So it's not just that. If we should...
Well, there's no point in talking about money, but if we were to average out what we earn from all activities per month, we must be at 20, well, $1,000. We're at 20,000.
Yeah, 20,000, I would say 20,000. After that, all activities. Knowing that publishing is very particular because it's focused on certain periods, whereas video activity has a good margin rate. Because obviously, yes.
Well, yes, it costs nothing.
There's nothing in terms of cost. Actually, the cost is, it's the editors. It's the electricity.
The editors. But the editors are profitable because an editor won't edit a video if we
have costumes to use. We reuse the same thing all
day. An editor doesn't edit just 1 video a month. He edits 20.
Well, yes, they edit a lot of things. They edit, there you go. That's where, well, the editing activity actually generates more revenue. Yes. But on the other hand, the costs of editing, the margin is almost non-existent. Yes.
But still, all this to say that we're not making big productions, what he's saying there is nonsense.
We're not making big productions. A video doesn't cost us that much to make. The only thing that, well, costs money is, it's the time. But if you didn't have employees, you couldn't put out as many videos now because you have a family life, you have things going on. It's not like before. But that's how it is in every company, actually, yeah. Because people often say they're complaining, and you weren't even complaining in the video, on top of that.
No, I just explained.
To people why you deleted the video, it's...
That's the reason. I never talk about my personal life or anything like that, because I know if you say something, if you complain...
You complain, but you're not really complaining, that's it.
I'm explaining how it works.
And in response to that, because I get a lot of that, but you're the one who chose it. In the comments, it's like, yeah, you're the one who chose it. And in the comments, it's like, yeah, it's to show me that it's not a real job. If it were a real job, we'd start at work hours. That means you have work hours. I have 5 weeks of paid vacation. We have a real job. We do administrative tasks. We do things, you know, it's a real job. And that's what's hard to get into people's heads. It's a real job. We're a business. The business has to be profitable. The act there. I'm going to speak less as a left-wing guy, because every time I speak as a left-wing guy. Yes. Economist. The main goal of a business is profitability to ensure sustainability. Zola, it's about sustaining the business. To do that, you must be very profitable. So since sustainability is key, we have to make sure we achieve it. So if we make videos that aren't profitable and that there are certain videos, Fire Force, for example, they brought us 150 euros, something like that. That's it, 150 euros. Yeah, that's not enough. It's enough to pay for the double subscription for profitability, DOB for everyone.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if that cost us a sponsor since we had sponsors.
And it wasn't, yeah, well, I don't remember who it was. But it doesn't work, so they don't come back.
It's a good video. I'm sorry, it's a good video. It's a good niche video.
didn't come back. Anyway, it's hard to do. Yeah, it's a good video. I'm sorry, it's a good video. It's a good niche video.
It didn't work. People don't respond to niche content.
People didn't watch for various reasons. Maybe they didn't want to get burned or because it was new. I don't really know. And so YouTube said, well, let's just say this video isn't working and we're not going to bother promoting it. You have to keep in mind that even though you can upload as many videos as you want on YouTube, because it's just a matter of expanding the space, the user's watch time is limited. It's not unlimited. YouTube will prioritize showing and promoting videos that perform well, not necessarily those with a huge number of views. You know, because I have a lot of videos with fewer views, you see, there are people who get 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 views, you know, but you can still see that those videos are working. It's not always videos that get 2 million views, you see. It's just that, well, YouTube has a set threshold for watch time. Well, it has to push those videos on what it's sure is going to work. That's it.
Are we going to continue?
Or is it don't miss on YouTube? Rebuilding an asteroid in a hangar.
But nobody does.
But put yourself.
Reveal the videos. Put yourself. Reveal the videos. I have crap. We're making fast food.
But what is he talking about? He's putting the Titanic thing.
This gentleman is crazy.
Never.
We never did that. He never does that. Are you crazy?
First, we must industrialize this profession.
Not at all. Not at all. That's just nonsense.
Precisely, thanks to what I would call agility, flexibility, the ability to be light on your feet.
No, but he's so light on his feet, he's completely ungrounded. Ickbins, what he's saying is just nonsense.
No, that's nonsense. That's nonsense.
When have you ever seen a half-hour video and thought, wow, the budget?
It's the only video where there was actually a bit of a budget. Back then it's Berserk, the Berserk video.
But it was an edit, but we did it once.
Back then, yes.
But it depends.
We put more budget into space videos, bro. Like the games we've never released, or the games where we bring people in. Yeah, when we have guests, sometimes we do, sometimes we bring them in. Well, that has a budget, but we put more videos and more budget into that kind of thing. I don't remember. The last time we put a lot of budget into a video, I don't know.
No, but they think the costs come from making the video again. No, it's actually the operating costs of a regular company. Yes. You can't stay self-employed, actually. Already...
You can't remain self-employed, so even without employees, running a company is expensive since you still need an editor.
At least one word, at least.
An editor you have to. And then there are the usual expenses. Well, you pay for everything. Yeah.
You don't know what he's talking about.
Many content creators use only one or a few editors, often with a freelance assistant, remote work, and tight deadlines.
And I haven't seen the guy. It's not at all. Yeah, I think he's saying it's because of him. But I think he's talking about himself. Yeah, yes.
Yes. Huh? Yes.
Yes. But what he said, yeah, did you see that? Rewind a little, rewind.
That's not bad.
No, rewind.
So, he's not totally off base there. That is, a lot of content creators work with just one editor or 2, 3, 4, not more.
One? We had Anti.
How many do you think we are?
There are 3 employees. There are 2 editors. 3 employees, 2 editors. There's Darkos, who helps a bit with the writing. But they're a bit...
Everyone is a bit versatile.
There's the intern who helps mostly. Well, also, he's there for the podcast. He's behind the control room. And me, I don't help with the videos. No. I don't appear in the videos, but I review scripts, give feedback, and handle the purchases. Basically, I'm the production manager. But for me, it's more about editing. So actually, for the video, there are 2 employees plus you, but we're not going to count you because you're the creator. But you have 2 editors.
But we have agility and flexibility, of course. That's what he's saying. It's just that the videos we release, they don't work.
What is it actually, the flexibility he's talking about? What is it? It's that you have to hire freelancers. Because with freelancers, you can let them go whenever you want.
Wait, I'm going to cut because, come on.
Let's continue. So flexibility, it's why have employees when you can hire freelancers that you can fire or find on Fiverr for cheap on a contract? Because that's kind of what I am myself, no, but that's why.
The redistribution.
No, but that's kind of how it is. And then I think there comes a time too when, for you, you've been doing this for 13 years, there comes a time when you're glad you decided to be an employee, to have a company, something where you can also share your daily life. The life of a creator, it's not just being alone in your room for your whole life. And yes.
And especially since YouTube isn't the only platform. Publishing.
Stuff, podcasts, you can't be alone either. Not alone, no. So actually, flexibility, you have it.
There you go, but actually, he talks a bit like I don't take responsibility for my choices. I do. That's why I'm stopping making videos.
Stop making videos. That's why you're explaining.
That's why I'm explaining it to people, you know? I'm just explaining the reality, not complaining.
That's it. But me, I really like agility and flexibility, you know? It really shows people's mindset. Like, I wouldn't want to be with them when, that's why he...
The Congress shouldn't stay in the tent area.
Agility, no, but here, something like that, it really, you see, I'm wearing my left-wing cap. That's good, yeah. There, because it's, yes, God forbid, it's brutal.
With content, you need room to breathe. You have to be able to try things out. Sometimes fail, sometimes rap, bounce back quickly. But when you have a structure of...
But my channel is 15 years old. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Sigh, every video now feels like a military operation.
But not at all. But damn now, the slightest flop.
It turns into a mini stock market crash. A video about free reign suggests it endangers the European economy, even though it didn't have to.
Actually, I have to fire everyone. Stop trying to do editing, trying to do things, and just stick to what I already have, you know?
No, actually, right now, well, listen, what he, I think, has trouble understanding or pretends not to understand is that, no, it doesn't call the business model into question because we've had flops and we're still here. Yeah. It's just that if you keep having flops, of course, you lose sponsors. And if you lose sponsors, well, you lose money. And if you lose money, well, yeah, the company can get into trouble. But after a while, not right away.
Anyway, whether I have these costs or not, the problem stays the same. If the video flops, it flops.
And if the video flops, even if you don't have any employees, the video is... Everything is about not having employees. And listen, the videos just flop, 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 flop. It doesn't change anything. But you won't have as many sponsors. So if you don't have sponsors anymore, you don't have money anymore.
Yeah.
If you don't have money anymore, it's stupid. Yeah. It's... I
don't understand the...
And the company, it's still threatened. Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand. But then the company isn't threatened. No, but...
If you don't have any more money, I mean, yes.
But I said in the original video, I said that we had a bit of a rough period.
Well, blah, 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 yes.
It was complicated. In 2025 now, that's not the case anymore. It's fine now.
The first half of 2025.
Since we stopped making niche videos, I won't watch them with you. Partly there are other things too. There's a bias that's much more... There's no bias. The bias is that you're an idiot. There, I said it.
It's believing that if a video required a lot
of effort... I never said that, damn it. We're going to fight. Wait,
it doesn't deserve to succeed just because resources were put into it. Not at all.
So, you won't find in 13 years of videos, podcasts, whatever you want, a single moment where I said that.
Yeah.
I can also find about 10 essays where I said the opposite.
Yeah. Yes. That's true. We even talked about it not long ago.
We talked about it not long ago for the CNC. I said, we don't give a damn that you spent 6 months on your video about Greek statues. If no one wants to watch, they won't. I've always argued the opposite. Spending 6 months on a video doesn't mean it deserves views. I only said it was a good video, nothing more. Unfortunately, no.
The first one, you're not going to
work
on a project.
But I never said that.
You'll only go to the cellar.
And people say it's really normalized. People who saw the original video, right? People, they're idiots, right? Some, not all, obviously. They're not subscribed anymore. It's unbelievable. Now, if you watched my 1 hour video and you come and say that, no.
Well, yeah, you're the
complete asshole. I'm sorry.
The super dark analysis of Fire Force that gets huge views. Well, yeah, in a video edited in 6 minutes.
But do you think, but I'm fed up. But who are you? Who are you? They're coming to talk to me.
What? You know it and say it often? It's actually stuff that's taken, but you say it even in the video?
But no, but my YouTube channel, it started last year. I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that. Is he going to teach me something now? No.
But it's crazy. But for me, it really got to me, you know, because... And what really got to me was when I looked at the comments afterwards, wow.
What good fathers they are. No, the arguments are crap here. I'm sorry. What is this? What are they trying to prove? Something everyone already knows? That I know myself? That I even say myself in this video? It's crazy.
You know, on a topic that's going to interest a lot more people. It's tough on our ego, Pierre.
No, seriously. Damn, good thing you were here. There's some analysis. Thanks, you really saved my life here. You're fired, Stephen. Yeah.
I know, Doris. You're fired.
Pack your things, that's it. What is he talking about? Everyone
is a content viewer, but that's literally how YouTube works, and it's always been like that. The viewer, well, he doesn't see the sleepless nights. The script rewrites.
You're just messing around, that's enough. He clicks.
Either he clicks or he doesn't. That's just how it is.
Because I said...
The opposite. I feel like the guy's saying, no, I've got a bit of everything.
What? No, you're the one mixing things up in your slow mind, not because I said after.
There, he's repeating a bit of what he says there. He's repeating a bit. Actually, it's his chapter, you know. High perceived value.
But I never talked about that. Damn, but it's never. Good thing I didn't check at home. I would have looked crazy, especially since the production cost is high.
And what high perceived value? No, but at no point did I talk about the cost. You said you had high production costs. You said you had production costs. That's a fact. You have employees. But you never said you had production costs.
Even alone in your underwear, there are production costs. Yeah, well, you said it. Well, there you go.
Actually, you have to do things. Why is that? Why do so many YouTubers quit? Because they're not paid and they can't do both at the same time. They have to find a job.
He understands the issue with our Chef Otaku videos. It's not the cost, but the time they take versus the views. It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of production cost.
Well, cost and time are both money, so yeah, but it's still a cost.
But the cost...
Anyway, it's fixed. So actually, the cost is there. Don't you have a cost? I don't know.
Whether I make a Dragon Ball video with 300,000 views or a Freeran video with 15,000 views, the cost...
The cost is the same. Well, maybe sometimes we buy costumes, and so that increases the cost. Yes, but it's not...
It's totally different.
But here he's bringing up things as if I
didn't know that. What? This is ridiculous.
A restaurant has crystal chandeliers, 14 waiters, and marble plates, but people will ignore our $94 tasting menu and cross the street for a good $8 kebab place.
That doesn't mean anything, honestly. I'm sorry. The example doesn't make sense. It doesn't mean anything. Explain. Well, here, the thing is, he's drawing an analogy with a restaurant that sells things, well, really well, and the audience. Who wants a kebab? Who wants a kebab? We never talked about that. No. We never talked at any point about making something really high quality with a little extra euro on top, thinking it's going to be a hit. We're just saying for equal work, yes, for equal production cost, yes, it's better to make a Dragon Ball video than a Freeran video. Freeran. Both are high quality. Yes, both are high quality, there's no problem. It's just that one of them is going to work and we need it to work, that's all. I really feel like I'm repeating myself.
No, stop. Let's say, if you're talking about Dragon Ball, it's not necessarily a crappy fast food video you're making. Yeah, it's nothing like that.
Of course not, Denise. You're working on a video now, and writing is taking longer because you have more tasks. There are videos you've made faster that weren't about Dragon Ball, but that doesn't mean they're bad. It's just that, well, yeah, sometimes it takes less time to work on them.
I don't know why he reacted that way. I've never discussed anything like that in my career.
Yeah.
In the video?
You didn't talk about quality, huh? In the video? No?
No, in the video that talks... I said that. I just said that it's a shame the videos don't work. Because we did a lot. We worked just as much on the videos as the ones that do work. That's all I said. I didn't say they deserved more views because we worked harder.
Not at all.
I didn't say we put less effort into the Dragon Ball ones. Actually, I work on them just as much.
I used to say thank you more. Oh!
That's kind of...
Yes, clearly, it's...
Because he's here?
He left on the way. There's the argument. He's been here 5 minutes. The argument about the restaurant is that it'll target a specific clientele. That's nonsense.
Yes, but what I don't get is why a 4-star restaurant would start serving kebabs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Chef Otaku is always 4-star.
That's right.
It's just that the 4-star Freeran sells less than the 4-star Dragon Ball.
He should have just said that's all and made a better comparison. Sorry for talking. It's not that's all. It's kebabs. He would have made more of a comparison. It's not just about the spatula, Brock, kebab, Channel 5, or the restaurant. If what the restaurant offers doesn't interest the public, they won't come.
Yes, that's it. There you go.
He changes his menu and then it's going to work. So it's not about whether he wants a kebab or not. If a guy wants a kebab, he isn't going to a restaurant like Chef Otaku at all. The problem we're talking about, once again, is that since people don't click right away, the algorithm doesn't push it forward, that's it.
It's not the people's fault, it's our responsibility to choose the videos.
That's actually when you play this game.
People are going to click on it, period.
You analyze, you have stats, you release a video, the stats come in, you analyze the stats, you make a decision based on those stats, that's it. But like in all media, everyone does that. TV channels have been doing that since the beginning of TV, and nobody says anything. Even for Netflix movies and series, it's the same. Anyway, moving on. For 5 minutes now, things have gone off the rails with people saying things I didn't even mention, and others reacting like, wow, what an argument. The restaurant is really great. The comparison between the restaurant and the kebab, honestly, it's a glitch.
What did we do? No, bro. Maybe you just built Versailles to sell fancy cordon bleus. And the most ironic thing about all this is that, well, yeah, he actually gives the solution himself without really realizing it. Because Spatula Bro, once again, his secondary channel is actually working. Thanks to the opposite, less pressure and perfectionism, more pace and flexibility. A lighter, more agile format. So, what's the real problem?
But no, why a lighter touch?
Well, no, but because they are. It's raw on my landline.
We don't get paid more for extra work, but as editors, we still have to do it.
There have to be people. They all have their own issues. It's not possible. I don't know how to explain.
What do you mean? And above all, what you need to know, to be honest, is that Spatule production, or rather Spatule Bro, brings in about the same amount as Chef Otaku. There you go. Per month. But for Chef Otaku, fewer videos. And Spatule Bro, more videos.
It's more profitable because we spend less time on each video.
We spend less time per video.
But if we had to base our entire business on Spatule Bro, it wouldn't work.
But of course not.
I don't see it. Chef Otaku should actually become Spatule Bro. Yes, according to him.
According to him, yeah, you shouldn't be afraid. So,
I have to fire everyone. Yes.
except for me, because I do the editing. That's it.
I have to fire everyone. Yeah. Making crappy videos. So stop doing 4-star stuff and make kebab.
Go back to freelancing.
Go back to freelancing, seriously. And
In Bangladesh, you know?
in Bangladesh, it's harder.
Not in France, you know, because it's too...
Fluid. It's too fluid, you know, like that.
Because otherwise, that's it. And there you go.
And otherwise, it's too expensive. That's it.
Otherwise, it's too expensive. You need flexibility.
You have to be flexible.
You have to be flexible. Honestly, humans are kind of crap, really. You know, talking with your coworkers is annoying too.
No, but if I write with ChatGPT, I become even more efficient.
Yeah, but I really don't want to do it. Honestly, you could post a video daily except Thursday and Saturday.
I should try appearing on an American channel, for example.
Yeah. Some people have channels.
It's an animal game.
And then make a video afterwards.
And then I make a video. That's it. Let's go over all the clips from this video.
You hire guys in Bangladesh to edit a video.
Making videos for you. Honestly, it was fast.
Maybe we'll do that. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah. But, well, less expensive, more flexibility, more credibility, more cities, and less refinement. That's it.
Perfectionism. Once again, they don't understand the principle. Especially since I never said the channel wasn't working. It's crazy, right? They assume I said the channel wasn't working. I say no.
It underperformed
It underperformed a year ago.
last year. Now it's good. January to June.
So I got rid of free ride because I thought, well, when you get 15,000 views in 24 hours, it means the video is a flop. I'm sorry, you know. On Chef Otaku. Yes, 15,000 views in the first 2 hours.
Yes. But the last video, for example, the last video you released,
The one with 80,000 views didn't do as well.
compared to the average, the video slightly underperformed. That's it. But still, it was a video that also had Dragon Ball. In the thumbnail, there was Dragon Ball. That's it. It's just that. And it's not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal.
No one said it was a big deal, but still, it got 60,000 views in 24 hours. It didn't get 15,000 views.
15,000 views in 24 hours. So
I uploaded the free reign video to Spatule Bro, and it got 13,000 views in 24 hours.
what would have happened if you had left the video? If you had left the video when we sold it to the partners, they would have averaged the last 4 videos, and free reign would have had 15,000 views. Well, we would have lost money because of that. It's not good to delete those videos either, you know. It's a tough decision. It's not as simple as just deleting my video, because YouTube doesn't like when we do that.
It was also kind of to make a statement.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of, but YouTube doesn't really like it either when you take down videos, you know, for the stats. So it's not just a random choice either, you know.
The announcement about deleting the video got more reactions than the video itself. That's wild, but that's how it is.
It's not, yeah, YouTube, you're killing artists.
But I never said that, but I have damn advisors who say that.
I never did.
Advisors say that. Show me one time I said it, I never did.
It's mainly that he built such a huge machine.
But what do you know about it? The damn table.
Well, it's true that here he could have done a bit more of a, what?
What do you know about it?
He could have done a bit more research. He could have done some... actually, for me, what I criticize about the analysis is that there are people who analyze things really well. Honestly, there are people who have good analyses.
He's not one of them.
He's not one of them. Why? He says things without even knowing what he's talking about. For example, with Bienvenue au Cabinet, those videos aren't staged. He analyzes well and gives his opinion. Apparently...
After all, I'm not an accountant.
I can't, no, but I mean, he takes numbers, he stacks them for you, he gives you real numbers, he really does the analysis. Afterwards, whether you understand or not, since you're not an accountant. But here, just take a quick look. The machine is heavy. He would have been there in some earlier videos. He would have done at least a minimum of research. He would have seen that you have 3 employees. That's public. I mean, you've never hidden the fact that you have 3 employees. He would have done at least some research. He would have noticed you have few expenses and no heavy machine. Yes, no, but you don't need it because nobody needs it, that's for sure. When you can go on Fiverr to find people...
At no point does he mention that we're doing publishing.
No, at no point does he mention publishing.
It's still important. Still, not at any point.
Whereas you talked about it in the video. He never mentioned that, which is actually why you hired me as an employee in the first place. It wasn't to edit videos. No, you didn't need that. It was to start the publishing activity, which is still in its early stages. That's right. So obviously it's not profitable and it takes time. Yes.
He still should have said we did more than just make videos.
Exactly. He didn't mention it at any point. He didn't talk about it at all.
He talks almost as if I only lived.
Only off Chef Otaku. He talked as if you had your own company and the only thing your company did was take care of Chef Otaku's videos and Spatchel Bro. He never mentioned Chef Otaku's video release schedule, only Spatchel Bro. He didn't discuss the schedule. He didn't talk about Chef Otaku's schedule by saying there are between 3 and 4 videos a month, which isn't a lot either, no. And sometimes even less, you know. But we're at less, yeah, but we're...
But it's
a crappy month. There were strike days. Maybe there were only 2. So you can imagine, out of 2, if one flops, it's over. Well, yeah.
no, but he's basically saying guide the crap.
That it stops him, well, yeah, from taking the risk. Because me, I'll use my own example once again. And once again, I don't have even a fraction of his career.
He puts your example among the billions.
Before signing, I also have several production costs, though much less than his.
But how does he know? How does he know? No, but that's what annoys me. I get annoyed too, because how does he know? How does he know? He doesn't even know the production costs. And actually, that's it. That's why I'm telling you there's no research work. He can't look it up. The accounts are private, I think. Yeah, see? He can't know the production cost. Yeah, we have 10,000 euros in expenses per month. That's not a lot for a company.
But even if he only had 1,000, that's the problem. It's the same. If the video doesn't do well, the video doesn't do well. Yeah, if... All right, go ahead. But there's still some pleasure.
For example, my 1-hour video about Ashta the other day, that one is definitely the video that cost me the most in terms of work, that cost me the most in terms of investment.
Why? Go ahead. Why? Explain. What are the investments? What's that? Well...
But I'm trying to find out why the video was expensive. Why was it expensive, that one? Why is the video expensive? Did you pay a lot of people to edit it?
Why is it expensive? Well, that's the only reason I see. Because otherwise a video like that isn't expensive. It takes time, but it doesn't cost anything.
It takes time. This video...
It's good. It's my favorite fiction, so of course I put everything into it. An hour talking, then the editing, all of that. Not to mention, of course, the fact that I spent...
An hour reacting. Okay, yes.
Well, let's say the whole manga and rewatching the other seasons, that's still more than 30 episodes. And so more than 10 volumes to reread and rewatch. Well, there was still a big investment in terms of time. The video totally flopped, but it's okay. It's okay because, well, yes, it actually allows me to throw in some recycled content, you know, once or twice a week to cover the costs. That means I'm going to take a lot of videos that are based on the same theme.
He blames me for not making a bad channel. It's crazy.
He shows videos and admits, yeah, that one flopped with just 10,000 views. And to say, well, after that, I posted more videos, and he shows videos that got 7,700 views and 8,000 views.
The worst part is he plays the same video twice.
8,000 views, if you get 8,000 views on a video, you make $10, right?
Yeah, well, but then it's a long video. No, but not 12 minutes. Well, why? Wait, I think, why does he make it 12 minutes and then make it 36 minutes? Well,
I don't know. And so maybe for him it's not a big deal. Also, I don't know if he usually has sponsors.
I don't know.
But I'll try to. I don't know if he has sponsors, but if you don't have sponsors, yeah, it's not a big deal. If you have sponsors, it's not...
It's not the same content strategy. What is he even talking about, actually? It's crazy. Especially since I say in the video, now, if I want to talk about something not well known, I'll do it on Spatchel Bros.
Yeah, because on Spatchel Bros, it's not a big deal. It makes there you go, like that. It actually allows me to get a bit on YouTube.
He collects them and creates compilations.
Compilations don't work?
Yes, for me, some of them will work.
Back then, no.
Well, the last ones, the ones we did this summer, they're fine. Last summer?
They're fine for compilations, but it's not really, well, no.
It's not going to break any records, but, well, it does a little something. And yet...
allowing me, yes, to talk about what I want to talk about, even knowing indeed that it's not going to work. For example, not long ago, I made a video about Animal Farm, the animated film by Anger Studio. The video flopped. It's not a big deal. I made a video...
about the... But it's not the same channel. Damn, it's crazy. Yes.
As I mentioned before, he compared Chef Otaku and his channel, but if he had compared Spatchel Bro and his channel instead, that would have been fine. Because they don't have the same approach at all, or editorial line, because you have an editorial line. But they work the same way. Lots of videos, some that flop, some that do well. And that's where the balance is. Chef Otaku can't be like that because there are very few videos. Not because they're super polished, just, you know. It's just that also if you made a lot of videos on Chef Otaku, they'd underperform. It would drop down to the level of Spatchel Bro. It would be like a lot of creators. Take Sifano, for example, people who put out 2 videos a day. Well, in the end, it wears out the viewers. There are too many videos, you click less, because you're not always there clicking on every notification. So you get fewer views, you're recommended less, you get fewer views, and so do we.
At Fatacours, we create rewatchable videos. A Dragon Ball video, Logi, is the same whether you watch it now or in 2 years.
You see.
Whereas if I do a review, well, the review...
It's once it doesn't work anymore. Well...
That's the lifespan of a One Piece review.
It's rare to rewatch all of One Piece and want to see it again.
That's rare.
Chef Otaku's older videos bring in a bit,
That's right.
whereas Spatula Bro's older videos bring in nothing.
That's why I have two channels, a feed channel and a catalog channel. It's hard to understand, and soon a third channel.
Yes, soon.
Soon a third channel.
We're working on that.
It's okay. I made a video about Pragmata.
I didn't say it was a big deal. I said if I only make flops, like in early 2025, when we stop making Dragon Ball and One Piece content to cover other topics.
But it's annoying because actually, you see, we realize pretty quickly that as we're talking about Dragon Ball, it just repeats itself. We repeat ourselves because just one argument can dismantle his entire video.
That's it. But well, it's for entertainment, so we're going to see it through to the end.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think he's interested in many topics.
He covers too many topics.
No, but do you know guys who watch as many videos, as many series, as many manga,
You and who still have time to make videos.
and who have time to make 30-minute videos every day with editing and everything? Huh. I don't know.
I make scripted videos, that's not...
Improvising is easy for me. I can talk for 45 minutes with no problem. But with editing and everything else, it's different.
With some flexibility.
With some flexibility, some adaptability. That's it. I just notice.
It's not a big deal. Why? Because then I focus on different videos, on cosmetic surgery.
But like, you know, what's that? Show me. What's the connection between cosmetic surgery
And manga.
and manga? Exactly. For me, it's fine. I'll just make a top 10 porn actresses video. It's unrelated, but it'll get views and make up for it.
On the other hand,
Frankly, with all due respect, your channel is kind of a dumping ground since you put everything in it. I find it hard to believe one person is interested in so many topics.
with respect, you know.
With respect, you know.
Respectfully, seriously.
No, because the video seems well-intentioned. You talk nonsense half the time, but... There you go. But me, it's me, you, yeah, well, anyway.
Hollywood about the worst historical movies about the less famous actors. So
She made more videos, so that counts. That's what I have to do, right?
That reminds me, no,
It's huge.
that reminds me of Mafashe back in the day. That reminds me a bit of Mafashe back in the day. It's kind of like that, yeah.
and to post some passion videos and to post some videos that are there to make some money.
Who says those videos lack passion? I love Dragon Ball. I tried discussing other topics, but if I have to stick to just that, I will, no problem. He's once again claiming I said something I didn't.
To supplement my income. And it's true that yes, my video, for example, that I released recently about Zero flopped. My video about the end of My Hero Academia also flopped. But it's not a big deal because my video about the system of predators in Hollywood did really well. So
Well, that's not what you'd call doing really well, though. Well,
Yeah, well, that's thanks to our subscribers. Yes. It's fine. No.
we do care. We don't care. And why?
But they get confused, so content creator on the internet who does that, I think he must make a living from it.
You think so? No. He actually makes me seem like someone who just thinks he has money. It's like, you only do that.
But me, yes. Because me, I'm in the business. Yeah, you're a creator.
Yeah, but the passion videos, like, I don't force myself to make videos.
Yeah.
we don't care since I cover my costs and avoid putting all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, by doing crap. There you go. You have to say it like it is. Not throwing away $500.
$1,000, $1,500 on a video.
And that's it. But yeah, call me an idiot. But who calls me $5,000? No, but call me an idiot. No, but that's it, actually. Well, yeah, I'm an idiot, actually. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. I'm an idiot. Yeah. I'm an idiot because I try to do things right. And because I don't just pull any random topic out of my ass because I asked ChatGPT to write me a video. There you go. There you go. Because you're doing something real.
No, I think he's saying that, yeah.
He's calling me an idiot.
We should create something. Either you're an idiot or actually
Just make a bunch of videos and
just make a bunch of videos, not necessarily very good ones. That's it.
That's it. No, but he thinks I'm an idiot, actually. That's it. I'm an asshole.
The analysis isn't, it's not the same. It's not very relevant.
We're not earning a living from YouTube yet. We're just trying to sustain our economy.
A business, yeah.
He's all alone in his little corner doing his crap, and well, he never knows.
That's why I was wondering, maybe he gets his salary, but when he's saying, I don't get this thing about trying to cover the costs. Because he says he works from home. When you work from home, when you maybe pay for your Premiere Pro subscription, at most, that's going to cost you about $65 maybe for one person. Well, so what are the costs then, aside from the time? Aside from the time you spend, and so the money you have to pay yourself from the videos, knowing that he still puts out one video per day. So what are the costs then? Because what is it? Is it Adobe stock? I don't know. I don't understand these costs. No.
They compare themselves to me, even though they shouldn't. It's stupid.
Yes. So not because you're the best, although maybe you are. That's not what I mean. But no, you get me. You're a business. Him, he's probably an entrepreneur. That's not the same. You can't afford now to not have people you work with.
Yes, especially. And then, above all, the idea of only making videos that work. It's temporary. It's just to, you know, get things back on track for good. Occasionally, I'll make a video on a different topic.
Yes.
Of course. But the solution is, well, make more crappy videos.
It's actually make a lot of crappy videos. No, make good ones. Make good videos that will underperform from time to time. And make crappy videos that, or else you put out some real crap like, look at Bruce Willis's illness.
So that has nothing to do with my videos.
But that has nothing to do with it. But it'll get clicks. It'll get clicks at least, you see. And that way, at least you'll get views and be flexible. So fire all your employees. And above all, he says all that.
Even though Spatule Bro exists, he knows it and will mention it later. So why is he bringing it up now?
Afterwards, he said, fire all your employees. You need to be flexible.
He said that. Well,
no, but that's it. Yes. When you tell someone be flexible and be adaptable. Yes, but you have to fire your people. Yes.
I'm not an idiot. I hired employees because it was necessary.
I didn't tell myself. I wasn't unemployed, you know.
None of them were unemployed.
Me?
I didn't hire anyone and kept things the same, working 12 hours a day and earning about 15,000 a month. There were no issues. Yeah. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I know how to count. If I decided to organize myself like this, it's because there are reasons behind it.
There's a new activity.
Well, first of all, there's a new activity, there's publishing. I have my family life too, yeah. So working 12 hours a day isn't possible. That's it, for the reasons I explained.
First of all, working at your place?
That's not possible for the reasons I explained at my place. I'm not making this up. It's not that I think I'm a CEO, it's mainly because I've made too much money.
Back then?
Even working solo back then, I earned too much money. I made too much money and needed to optimize what to do with it.
My responsiveness. You had to incorporate anyway.
That's it, I had to optimize my business. In 2025, we tried to change things up a bit by doing more niche stuff. We tried to introduce new things. It didn't work. We went back to basics. One Piece, Naruto, and similar shows. It works, period. What annoys me is that advisor, especially with Spatule Bro already doing what he talks about. Yeah. So what is he actually talking about? And that's exactly it.
That will allow me to transition pretty perfectly to the next point. In his video, the guy repeatedly says, as I mentioned, that he no longer wants to be the tormented poet.
It's an expression, a technical term. As a tormented poet, you must take responsibility for your life and not let yourself slip. If we start messing around, I'm from the F.
It's not nothing, obviously.
Because he's talking about a tormented poet.
He's talking about spending entire weeks on huge, passionate, ultra-polished videos, and yes, on manga that might be a bit less popular, only for it to end up with disappointing performance in terms of views and everything. And in his speech, well, I sensed a bit of opposition, actually a lot of opposition. What do you have? You have a lot of opposition.
It's fucking bad.
Something ambitious or making profitable and more mainstream content?
Who said that? Mainstream doesn't mean it's not ambitious. What even counts as ambitious? Define ambitious.
What do you call mainstream anyway? What is considered mainstream? Dragon Ball, isn't it? Yes, it's mainstream.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, no, but it's mainstream when it comes to manga. In terms of manga, yes, it still is. If you really wanted to do something mainstream, you'd just stop with manga altogether. Well, yeah, I'd talk about Marvel. That's it.
That's it. You'd do Harry Potter, you'd need Marvel, you'd need stuff like that.
Exactly, that's what I just said. That's why I called the transition perfect. The boss creates this dichotomy. Where is it? In how he presents YouTube, we...
Would be... But it's not YouTube.
I'm going to the back?
Actually,
I'm looking forward to it. Bye.
Bye. We would definitely be the creators to abandon their...
Creation. I didn't say that. Damn, when did I say that? No. Damn, I'm gonna make content too about things people never even said. It's actually easy. Yeah, I didn't say that. I never said that.
I can completely understand the frustration behind what he's saying.
I didn't say that.
He's complaining that, yes, my videos about video games flop every time. But once again, this opposition between art and profitability...
It's easy. Who talked about art? Yeah.
who talked about art?
Especially, we're not making art here.
Right.
We're content creators, not artists. We make content.
He no longer wants that, since many creators can handle both by using different formats and a more flexible production style.
But what are you talking about, damn it? So...
Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Because the big ones who are successful, go ahead, ask. The big ones who are successful right now. The big ones. In which field? On YouTube. McFly and Kalito. Everyone. McFly and Kalito, they have a big team. Yes. So for them, it's not specifically their team, but who is it? It's Michu who has a big team. Yes, Noxtag, big team. Yes.
But we're not talking about, no.
But there you go. But let's talk about, yes. He's talking about flexibility. Who's super flexible and only surrounds himself with other entrepreneurs? Well,
I don't know, man.
who? I don't know. Maybe him. Him, yeah, probably him.
I didn't ask about that. Anyway.
Well, yes, because he's talking to you about the...
I can't be more flexible with Chef Otaku videos since I have to write them myself.
Yes, it must be your analysis. I have to be...
in the story so I can share my opinion, that's all. What's his issue? Spatula Bro offers flexibility. What's my concern? Videos.
Profitable videos to sustain the channel, occasional passion projects, shorter and hybrid formats, tests, basically what I do. They adjust their structure to fit their creativity. His problem is choosing the most expensive format.
Possible. But what is he
talking about? Because what he's talking about, the most expensive format, it's not the channel's format. It's your business setup. When he's talking about that, when he's talking about flexibility, format, and cost, he's saying that you hired employees, you set up a structure, you got offices. Why? While you have a small living room YouTuber, it's not a small living room YouTuber. It's not, yes.
But yes, no, but yes.
But what I mean is, back then when you were at home, you could do it at home. There was no problem.
But I was making 10 times less money.
You earned less, but could work from home. Now that's impossible.
No.
It's not possible. It's impossible. Technically, it's impossible. We wouldn't already... Look, we have spaces to do podcasts. We have spaces for everything. We have offices. No, at some point, and when you have guests, you want to have guests over?
No, but him. No, that's not flexible. That means he has to stay in my room. Yes. But whether I make the same videos that I make in my room or not, actually, I don't understand what he's saying. I mean...
Well, the costs... actually, he's talking about flexibility. It's about the costs. It's not about the type of video. Yes, basically, your videos don't work. You say, so it's a matter of money. So you can't afford to make videos that don't work because you have costs. And it's because of these costs that you can't make videos that don't work. But if you had no costs, well, it would be the same.
Yeah, no, but because the goal...
It's to the point isn't the costs.
No, but here, I feel like we're going in circles anyway, and he's making crap. Yeah,
we don't see any potential.
So obviously, well, it becomes unbearable in the long run.
But who said it had become unbearable? I just said I'm done talking about videos that nobody wants to watch. That's all. The channel is doing just fine. Yeah, what is he even talking about anyway?
I think actually he has a very human bias behind all of this.
Shut up. Seriously, shut up. That really pissed me off. I'm sorry. That's just nonsense.
He pissed me off. He pissed me off for the whole day. Yeah.
Since yesterday, I've been pissed off, you know.
But I noticed that this morning you were pissed off, yeah.
What is he saying? That everyone works out YouTube once again is not cool. But I didn't say no.
But don't panic. My computer has the mock-up on it. But now...
Damn, that's nonsense.
Proceed. If a teacher plans to give you 18 out of 20, don't worry.
But here, it's still the guy who gets 7,000 views explaining to the guy who gets 150,000 how to work, you know?
He must
steal from me at some point, but Who are you? I want exclusive chainmail. There's Squeezy who comes and tells me you're doing crap. I say, okay, fine, but you have to stop, seriously. And the basis of the argument isn't good, because I never said that. He talks to me like I'm a kid or something. Wait, that's not how it works, you know? Damn. People began calling it a good analysis.
Nice analysis, huh? The boss was discussed.
How I piss on all of you.
No, the algorithm doesn't reward pain.
But who said that? Damn, go ahead. He's talking.
He's talking. Exactly like I did, by the way, with Acta the cat. And by the way, well, yeah, there's a guy in sweatpants who's going to get 3 times more views by putting out a video on the top 10 most difficult Naruto transformations. There's a guy in sweatpants who's going to get 3 times more views by putting out a video on the top 10 most... a thumbnail.
He has a mental problem.
Well, he knows he's talking nonsense, I think. That can't be, but he's talking shit.
Who is it? Yes.
Yes, talking shit.
Yes, but in my case, but in general, yes, but I don't know that. I know very well that's not it. No, yes.
No, in your case, it's true what he says about the cursed poet and all that. It's true, but in your case, it has nothing to do with it.
It was, I find it exasperating.
It's just a flu, not something worse. That's how it is. You have to accept it.
But who said I didn't accept it?
It's hard, you know. But maybe we
know Desai from the comments, and it's true. Idealists are better.
Maybe we know, if you want, you and me, we know we're in the business. Maybe, yeah. But right now...
He's basically saying that I'm an idiot.
No, come on. That's exactly what he's saying about your video. We saw the same thing.
It's not about merit. We saw
the same video. Yes. But maybe he misunderstood the video. Maybe others misunderstood because they have a bias. Him, who always talks about bias. They have the bias of thinking that you're loaded, ultra loaded, with a huge setup. And already when you start from that idea, well, you say, yeah, you have a structure that's way too big. Like you're the red box.
But not at all. But hey, go ahead, go ahead.
I have my say too. He gave me the impression that he considered those videos objectively good just because they required a huge amount of work.
No, you never said that. You said they were objectively good because they're good.
Objectively, Simone, that's not possible.
Yes, they would have asked for a day.
You'll relate to this. It's not the same. It's a masterclass.
And also why? Why also, I haven't...
Implied that she deserved more views.
Why do the videos sometimes take 3 weeks? It's because you respect everyone's schedules. People follow their schedules and do their jobs. You don't ask guys from Bangladesh to work all night just to sell a video. I don't know who would do that.
But yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
Bangladesh or Madagascar.
That's it. Anyway, you don't exploit poverty. You pay people properly. People work their hours. And so, well, yes, it takes as long as people can take during the day. You don't ask for more.
But I never used the argument. When I said we spent time on a video, it doesn't mean it was good. I never said you had to watch it. But I said that. I never said that, no.
It's just about the time, yeah. Talking about Bursak, yes.
The video is really good because I put a kind of animated introduction at the beginning of my video. I don't know anyway. Well, first of all, that's not necessarily the case, but above all, very often he'll talk about watch time. Most of these videos have high audience retention and long watch times.
We put a lot of care into it. We even made a 3D opening sequence.
We even made a 3D opening sequence. I'm not involved in the project.
He made a 3D opening sequence, but you don't have a script. The opening sequence we made is a whole different story. We found music, stuff, we made a careful edit. Same thing, we tried to put in emotions and everything. I went looking for references. I talked about violoncello. Who, even on French YouTube, talks about that influencer.
The influencer. At that point,
They don't know him yet, so I said you can't get comfortable or talk about the influencer. Don't make fun of me. It's a beautiful thing and a great video. The video, the first reaction, is that the people who used to copy, now copyright. It's a video thing. It's about unity. The video is blocked when shown. 2 days later, the second one is $1 ahead. As a result, it underperformed compared to the time we spent on it. So here, same thing. I say, well, at least you're a good one. At best, like I said, now in the situation we're in, where we have to perform, well, it's going to wait. It's going to wait until we're sure we can afford to take a flop. We haven't reached that stage yet. We made a video about Tagashi's career, a retrospective on Tagashi. I mean, I went really far. I went to find old scans on the internet in Japanese. I scanned them with Google Lens to translate, to open things up, to do a critique, an analysis of the style and everything. We searched old Japanese websites for dates and my activities, doing a real retrospective with Edgar Cove. We were busting our asses just to lose. All while dealing with the problems we had with Edgar Cove. And that video totally flopped. And yet, I'm still convinced it's a really good video. No doubt about it. I truly believe that. And it's not like I'm saying I'm the best. Not at all. There are definitely much better videos out there. But these are good videos. Yeah. At that level, the sound is well done. It's well written. People who stay, click, and watch the subtitles are doing so out of goodwill. These are objectively good videos. But what we were making wasn't good videos for YouTube, for today's YouTube.
however, watch time alone doesn't justify massive promotion of a video.
But he said, you said for YouTube. You didn't say for YouTube. You just kept repeating for YouTube. Yes, I did. And it's for the YouTube sphere in general. It's just that it won't get enough views at first. Like we keep saying, it won't get enough views initially to be recommended later.
People don't feel like clicking on a video about Tagashi's biography.
That's it. It's just that people, I didn't say
The algorithm,
what interests people.
they're not interested. Overall, it's a niche audience.
It's niche. Overall, they're not interested. Overall, only a few are interested because it gets views. Yes. But overall, they're not interested. So as a result, YouTube won't promote it.
No, it's not YouTube's fault.
It just means people who clicked stayed. But the real issue is getting the click, because you could have an amazing video.
But that's what I said. Damn, I'm so fed up.
But in the reference, in the clip you put in, it's exhausting. In the clip you took there.
Yeah, he only took the clip.
In the clip you took,
You have to go through the whole thing.
you saw it, so people call it a great analysis since they haven't seen your video. They've only seen some clips. When you watch the clips, it's manipulation. Watching the clips, you think, it's true. The chef talks nonsense, claiming his perfect videos deserve views. I have no money. No, but when you watch the clips, and then he comes in afterward to do his analysis, yes, but it's because it's implied.
But that's not what I said. I actually said we worked hard and it didn't work, so we're going to stop working so hard. I never claimed we worked hard or that it deserves views. I didn't say that.
You said it wasn't good for YouTube, and that's true. When I mentioned today's audience,
It's today's audience. It's not YouTube. YouTube is today's audience. They don't want a retrospective video on Tagashi because it's a niche topic, period. I can take anything you want from you. There you go.
that's based on stats, not our feelings.
But now you're trying to teach me my job, the other one. The problem is the click. What did I say all along?
Stats that he doesn't have. And that's why when you try to analyze numbers or data you don't have while he has his own stats, that's fine. I don't know his stats. I would never do an analysis of his channel. I don't have his stats. I don't know them. I don't know what they are. His analysis is terrible.
Especially since he can't even give me a counterexample of something. In the end, he says it's a niche topic and it worked. One example, Speedster. That's it. It's immediately dead. I say, go ahead, do it.
The attack leader. So at the very least, let's say his content is good. Sorry, it's excellent. His content is good. But obviously, you get me. You can't inspire me or others, you know. You can't be inspired by what he did. Well, the guy's above the game, above the competition. But if no one wants to click on it, YouTube won't carry it on its shoulders like Simba in their wagon. The algorithm isn't a joke.
I never said that, damn it.
It's annoying. Well, that's the sentence. He summed up all his contradictions from the start. You mean if people don't click, the algorithm won't boost it?
But that's what I said.
Even if he deserves another chance, you just need to view the metadata like an accountant.
I saw that yesterday. I think
That the boss's video.
it annoyed me because that's what I've said all along. I never said that. He thinks he's going to teach me after just 15 minutes.
As if we don't check YouTube data.
How do we look at it?
Never look at YouTube data.
What? It only works if people click on it.
Stats on YouTube. But Milo, but analytical data.
Stop.
No.
It was just a phase that passed. People still don't get it. They lack a sense of timing. I said it happened in 2025. Right now, views are good and there's no problem.
Who is sincere about a lot of things they talk about, whether it's fatigue, financial pressure, family guilt, or fear of failure. All of that is real.
I didn't say I feared failure, just that not failing is necessary.
Yes.
It's terrible. I didn't make a video in introspection mode. Like, actually, I'm not playing the tortured poet. That's exactly it. He's accusing me of playing the tortured poet, actually. So I say no, that's not the point.
Me too. Obviously, on my small scale, at my own little level, you must have seen it, I feel it, and I live it. Many creators who've outgrown being a small, chill channel understand exactly what he means in his video. Because from a certain level, well, YouTube becomes less about, yeah, I make videos because I really love it. And it becomes more about, okay, I have to keep the machine running no matter what. And that mentally changes everything. However, where I think they're wrong is that they put a lot of the responsibility on the algorithm and the audience.
And never wait.
He's after.
We do the 30 permits in a niche, whereas in reality, once again, it's possible to combine both. And the problem isn't that YouTube kills artists.
It's that, well, go ahead. How he has his own solution, it's, well, it has to be passed on. One video per week. And there's one down there.
In the interview, he said he outsources the problems to YouTube, the audience, or what was it, the Greek thing? You mean the algorithm, YouTube or something?
Well, wait, or the niche.
Or the niche. It's YouTube, that's it, the algorithm, the audience, and a niche, an initiation. That's what YouTube is, actually. What is this YouTube? What is it? There you go. It's 1 million videos to make in a month.
In conclusion, I need to make videos that appeal more to my niche.
Hey?
And him, he acts like I'm doing the opposite. It's stupid. It's because of the niche that I can't make videos.
Some content production methods have become too heavy for today's internet.
But it's not.
He's never seen your videos, that's not possible. Anyone has seen your videos.
Our dynamic is healthier with less pressure.
What do you mean healthier? What does that mean, healthier? What does that mean, healthier dynamic? What is it? What does it mean? Explain your sentences. Spontaneity.
Fewer absurd moves.
About what? But I'm telling you.
It's complicated because if you can't analyze, you don't know the what.
Absurd situation. The editor who edits the space videos, the team leader, he listens the same way. Nay, maybe it's not for him because if he hires freelancers.
Now, I'm not sure he doesn't want to have any...
The issue with YouTube is that anyone can say anything and only later is there proper analysis.
Especially without any proof. He didn't come out with any.
We have to shove it up his ass. He didn't come out with a number. Especially since the initial assumption from minute one is false. The whole thing is false.
He didn't give any numbers except mentioning about 7 or 8 employees.
There you go, nonsense.
In other words, anyway, that's my opinion. Chef Otaku has a real gift of gab, a certain charisma, let's be honest. That's it. Well, he speaks a bit like Dieudonné, to be honest, but that's his strength. I might have picked up some habits from my friend Dieudonné, but he's still pretty cool. And beyond that, I think he has an analytical ability that is really impressive. I mean...
Just that alone, well, for sure, if we're going to compare... No, but I'm joking. That's me being a little catty.
Gossip, what does that say? For me, how can I put it? It changed a bit the way I approach, well, yes, most of the works I consumed. Because it's true that after all, no...
But that doesn't stop you from talking bullshit.
When we watch a movie or show, it's about what it says. This excellent question really gets to the heart of things. All this to say, I have enormous respect for him.
But, well, it's not mutual, I told you.
I'm telling you that it's not true. It's not true.
We can laugh a little.
We always respect everyone. That's it.
Sorry, but you said way too much bullshit.
In this video. Doing a podcast? No.
Don't do it.
The reimbursement, but well, no.
We can't. You must be flexible.
If you want to come, you can come, right?
You need to be flexible, but this is nonsense. She said a lot. It's crap.
She presents her problems to me. It's not like that, you know.
She is, but what is this guy saying? He got it all wrong. That's it. You new generation content creators can't understand 3 sentences. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we are. Well, that's where we are. And
Because it's not, I'm an artist.
I never said that, damn your cup.
There.
Damn, it's explained by the algorithm. Well, I'm a cursed poet. No, it's more like I built a machine that's so heavy. No.
No?
I told you, that's the sentence that annoyed me. No, I built a machine.
We'll end up fighting eventually. You know, never say that to my face. It's going to go bad. I'm telling you straight up.
So much. That's what prevents creating this connection.
The goal was never to create this dream. I'm not an artist.
Damn, there's a comment. We should read it. There's a comment that killed me. If we can quickly do a comment. The money. It's a comment that said, because now it's over. Go ahead, put the end of the video, and then I'll read you the comment again.
If I want to release a video just for fun, I can't, since I have employees and office expenses to cover.
Anyway, but I don't release videos just for my own enjoyment.
Especially since, actually, even if you didn't have to pay other people, you still have to pay yourself.
Yes, but that doesn't change anything. The video still wouldn't work anyway.
Yes.
So what protects him is that he has very low costs. He can only make crappy videos. But that's not a big deal. If you try to make something with a bit of quality, well, it actually costs you. Yours is crap. It's that I have a channel full of crap. That doesn't go on the main channel, the channel you're watching now. So we're not putting anyone down.
Just crap. But, I mean, we decided to make this morning, that's all.
It's something done quickly. You're having a great time. We're having fun. No problem. But it's not. The same work didn't go into it.
We're having more fun, that's it.
That's how we have more fun.
I mean,
You make me laugh too, but it's different.
it's more work, basically office work. You see? Yeah.
But still, it's funny.
Anyway, it's different work, but we continue minute by minute.
It restricts me and removes my flexibility.
Why mention flexibility to me? I have several channels, not just one.
Him over there, it's all about hits. He only thinks about quick hits. He only thinks about quick hits, those quick hits.
That removes flexibility. His credibility, which isn't strong.
That's the problem. And unlike...
Problème est, contrairement à Shadowban Magie,
Shadowman Magique, invented. I never said that, but no, you.
Don't play.
we would mostly.
Not...
Google Engineers Music is a fixable problem.
Well, go ahead, show me.
Yes, but go tell the truth.
No, but show me, go ahead, show me. Go ahead, show me, you show me. Honestly, behind all that, we mostly see someone who's exhausted.
And when you have a family business,
Employees.
at first, you mainly see someone exhausted from managing a family, business, and employees.
You're burned out.
It's out in the open now. I'm burned out. I'm at the end of my rope, really.
It's easy, even if, well, I just said he has the solution. It's far from that simple, especially since he's really going for it now. So we can't just say, yeah, well, I'll just fire everyone. Thanks. You can, yes, obviously.
People online. That's what he wants.
But you can do it, right? You can do it. I don't even think we'd go to labor court either. No, it depends on the bonus.
It's not just about the algorithm. That's really the lesson I'd like to leave you with today. That is, nowadays, the hardest thing on YouTube isn't necessarily breaking through, even though that's also very, very hard. It's mostly about managing to build a machine that keeps running without necessarily grinding you down at some point.
When did I say I was ground down? At what point? It's because you're all weak. You thought I was crushed. I never said I was crushed. I said we had a rough time because we were trying to make videos that people didn't like.
But it wasn't even related to the structure of the company, right? So you said it because you mentioned you had employees to pay, but actually it wasn't even, you didn't say it as an excuse for that. Actually, if you hadn't said that and just said, well, yes, today I have costs, even without talking about employees, right? Yes, you're a cost too. Well, yes. The main cost you have, besides employees, is you and your family. So actually, you have to make sure that me.
I think we're going to counter-analyze it. Yeah. I think that guy, if he stopped making videos on 26,000 different topics, he'd probably get more views.
Yes. If he occasionally made a video.
Your strategy worked on a small scale.
And in the short term, right? In the short term, we can see it. If you look at the YouTubers from back then. Yeah. Back then, there was Unster Unstoppable. Yeah, I don't know if you remember.
That was Minecraft, right? Yes?
But it doesn't matter. He was making 2 videos a day. Yeah. He's not around anymore. Yeah, he went into poker, that kind of thing. Cifano does 2 or 3 videos a day, but it doesn't work as well as before. Way back, things were different. People have also gotten older. Right. Yeah. Not yes. But even he explained that when he tried to get out of his niche a bit, like Zelda and all that, well, it didn't work anymore. But that's because by making a lot of videos back then, people maybe had the time to watch them. So yeah, but after that,
Exactly.
it was during that time he was getting a huge number of views.
Was in Minecraft.
They weren't getting that many views. Yeah, it's a worldwide number of views. But now the views he's getting a lot of views. There's no problem. Even if
he gets so many views that he has to repeat himself.
That's it. He keeps repeating himself because if he stops tomorrow,
there won't be any more views. That's it. With Foutre de Cool, it's not like that. With Foutre de Cool, it's not like that. That's it. It never was like that, by the way, with Photogoo. Actually, just because we're both on YouTube doesn't mean we do the same thing.
Actually, no.
Just like, that's why in that case, if that was the ultimate solution, Squeezy would make a video every day.
Yes.
It's because he does, you got it right. So yeah, I don't get the whole thing about that.
Especially since he's talking about saturation, you know, at some point.
Yeah, except no.
Discussing saturation on Chef Otaku's channel is honestly incredible. You're talking about saturation, you make a video every week, maybe every 2 weeks, and he makes a video every day.
Well, I don't understand what he's talking about.
Saturation occurs when you're doing your thing.
He's projecting. He says he wouldn't have done that. Basically. Of course, you wouldn't have done that. That's normal since you're not at home. You're where...
No, and besides, you have the structure.
Actually, it's still crazy that he only talks once. He talks about us having a publishing activity, right? That's it.
He didn't talk about the renovation.
It prevents me...
He didn't talk about the fact that actually you are also in a phase of transformation where you have to produce videos until, well, because you have to make it work like he does. He produces so that it works. He won't keep doing that until he's 80. I'm not sure that's implied. There comes a time when you have to transform your business to achieve something more sustainable. And, well, YouTube isn't going to... For YouTube, well, last for a very long time, right? Yeah. But in any case, the creators of each thing, well, at some point it's going to stop. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Our business is sustainable, but only if we stop making videos people don't want to watch. As long as the videos interest viewers, we'll be fine.
That's it. But your structure exists because you also have to shift your approach at some point in life, you know? Well, yeah.
For me, YouTube is just a transition. The goal...
It's to evolve. It's to evolve. That's it. The goal is to evolve. It's not to keep doing everything you do. You weren't going to stay on your couch. Well, on your couch. Yeah. In your living room, yeah. In your living room, in your bedroom, making videos. But like all creators, actually, like the evolution of all creators, some have gone back a little bit. For example, there was Neoxy who had gone back a little for now because he had some problems. He had problems, some issues, well, financial ones related to his actual production costs. But because of that, there had been a drop in views because his audience had grown up. But he's going back a little and will probably progress again too. And he'll probably have a great transformation afterward because he changed his format. Everyone changes, but I couldn't even name a creator for you. Well, maybe people like Psychedelic, who he is still in his living room. And he still does like 2 or 3 videos a day.
But he probably makes like 200 videos a month. That's it. So.
But it's the same type of format. You put out a lot to get a certain number of views per month. But that extra number of views per month will bring you less than the same number of views with fewer videos. If you get 2 million views with 200 videos, you won't make the same money as 2 million views with 4 videos.
Yeah, anyway, the problem isn't it's not our structure. The problem is that we're making videos that aren't being watched.
But he's talking to you about that. Yeah, for him, your structure is the problem. But me, I
would have taken exactly the same path if I hadn't, yeah.
It would be the same thing. It would be the same thing.
But that's how I've done my whole career. I didn't just discover now that random dragon videos work.
You would have had the same issues. Yes, whether employees or not.
Except that before, how should I put it? Before, with the life I had, besides editing, I could afford from time to time to put out more videos that wouldn't get views, which wasn't a problem. That's it. Except now, we're not in that situation anymore. We've gone through a tough phase for a while.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
Last year, I told you. We got out of it simply by stopping what we were doing.
That's right.
And I wanted to try again. Like, I'll try a little free rail again. It didn't work. So, to mark the occasion, I deleted it. I put it somewhere else and made a video to explain.
You have to be honest. When we talk about things, we talk all the way through, you know. People who don't know the company, 5 minutes out of a 1 hour video, that's not it. And when you don't know the
company,
c'est ça. Et quand tu connais pas la boîte,
when you watch that, you kind of know, yeah. But when you don't explain that there's now a publishing side and that it takes a lot of time and, well, that you need people to do it, it's dishonest. I was telling you, it's dishonest. He could have at least explained, unless he didn't watch all the videos, you know, and just asked for a summary on the internet.
Maybe, because it's because
I'm sorry. You quickly explain that we do publishing because you don't really like talking about editing, so it's not impossible that it's just a summary.
I'm a fan and follow the channel, but he doesn't know I have a publishing house.
Yeah. So you need to know, and that's what the principle of evolution is about. Whoa, there wasn't much battery left
A lot of battery, but we recorded what we could.
on the show. So yeah, I just have a quick comment.
We don't need to show it on the screen. There you go. We'll watch.
So what's your comment? Say it.
FP Dessin A.
It's good. Dessin. 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 No. He mentioned knowing someone who used to work at the company or something similar.
Yeah, he said that, yes. I heard a guy say, yes, I knew people who were around him in real life. He's such an asshole. I told him, give me some names. He didn't respond.
No.
Judicious and well thought out analysis. Damn, it disgusts me. I swear to you.
It's disgusting. Very good analysis. No, but no. That's his drama, but no. Off topic. Well, they can just make dramas. That's fine. Yeah. You're not my brother, but you're a... No, I'm warning you. I won't show the same then one for the others. I'm telling you. Don't you think? I sensed only kindness in your words, and it's interesting to hear another perspective. I'm sorry. No, it's not... But that's when I saw it for a moment, There are people who say that I'm JDG's robot. But JDG isn't the same thing. You're confusing things. It's really not the same at all. Besides, JDG, he works a lot on, yes, there are some niche things, but mostly on nostalgia. Yes, but it's the video game niche. There's a lot of crap. I'm in the manga niche. We need to stop with the nonsense too. Nonsense? But that's JDG. I'm not them. Again, I make an exception, but of course. Hey, I heard from an assistant editor there. How do I say this? It takes 35 people to make one video. Yeah, all right. There are 35 of you. Who was an editor? Assistant editor. Assistant editor. Did you have a lot of assistant editors? No, I never had an assistant editor. Yeah, I'd like to know. If. And who was it, huh? Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Who was who? That's it. We never had a resignation. That's it. So who was it? Who was it? Who was it? There you go. That's it. He's talking about someone else entirely. From Fintaku. Yeah, about McFly Galdo. There, I don't know who he's talking about. Anyway, all that to say, we made a little response video. It was a bit long. You were a bit long. Maybe we repeated ourselves a bit. Maybe we were a bit harsh. No, I don't think so. Well, sometimes it annoys me too because it's annoying. Actually, you do. Once again, we're repeating ourselves. We try to repeat a lot. I'm sorry, but only a few arguments are needed to counter all the previous points. When you do an analysis, that's up to you. Just make sure to do some research. Your analysis is about on par with the Spatual Bros podcast. Or yeah, when you don't do your research. You know what I mean? But it's because we're just being casual. That's it. We talk, we do stuff. We're not targeting anyone, We just do things. Here we can allow ourselves to do that. It's a podcast, But if you're doing an analysis, a critique, an analysis of a video or something, do your research. You can't just show up and say, the structures are too heavy. What's its structure? I don't know. Its numbers are too heavy. What are its numbers? I don't know. And even then, he just stops at certain sentences. Whereas if you look at the whole thing, overall, I'm basically saying almost the same thing he is, actually, right from the start. Like, he's going to teach me something. Wait, that's not what it's saying. That's not it. But things, obvious things. Honestly, I haven't seen your other analyses on the other videos because I haven't seen them. Damn, you have the right not to. You have the right not to. I haven't seen them. I didn't necessarily know about them. I only kind of knew about it because someone mentioned it. But otherwise, that's it. I don't even know how you came across it, by the way. I don't know how it ended up in my recommendations. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know. See, you don't pay attention when we're talking about me. That's what annoys me. People say you're welcome. You also sent me the link as soon as the video dropped. It's always like that. I was just checking at the end. But I'm like, what is he talking about? And anyway, I can understand that he is, when he talks, it's kind of captivating people. It's like he says, plus he's very confident when he says things. So that's really good. I think you can really walk here. You do that horrible thing. But on the other hand, find out first because it's unbearable. When we say things and we're way off, or we send an email, you know, if you want to analyze the thing, you send a little email, you ask if you can get some information. I wouldn't have answered. Maybe we would have answered. With the guys, I'd say, yeah, then move on without really answering. Maybe it's interesting. Maybe. There was TF1 that asked me to do a show. I never answered. We answered. Out of laziness, I answered myself. We answered. We said we didn't want to. Yeah. Anyway. Subscribe. Anyway, yeah, and don't hesitate to check out the Spatchel Shop store because we really need a lot of cash. Money. That's it, because the structure is heavy. The structure is heavy. Buy it will flake. There are sweaters to buy. You know, there are always hoodies. Right now it's really sunny, but go ahead. That's it. We've got hoodies. There's the Spattle Gem 1 for now because 0 is out of stock, but it will be back soon. That's it. It will flake. Volume 1, it will flake. Volume 2, collectible cards, acrylic stands, lots of things. Don't hesitate to go support us and check out the shop. It's very important. And we'll see you all very soon later for a new analysis. Yeah, we're going to do some until then. We're going to watch some stuff. The Café du Comptoir. We're going to do some reactions. That's our new concept. Anyway, bye.